How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Big Six. It's a new year. It's the same six. Happy New Year to everyone, and wishing you the best moving forward, and health, happiness, all of that. What?
What's up?
Brother, don't be doing miming on the first show back, because this new
Man's
year.
miming, you know.
New year, same shit, basically. That's what we're saying here, people.
I didn't want to interrupt you. That's why I did the.
Oh, that wouldn't interrupt me at all.
No, that didn't interrupt.
You might have just started going like this and just doing all of that. That wouldn't interrupt nobody. Don't worry about that. But yeah,
that's why I did sign language and VAR.
But we're back, people. The Big Six. Like, hype, subscribe. Individual channels are in the description below. Early show, Friday show, unusual, but listen, we've done one recently. We're doing another one next week because Arsenal are playing Liverpool on Thursday. So a heads up, next week Thursday night show is going to be Friday at 2 p.m. But you still get us Thursday evening. The mob, don't forget that. That's back this Sunday. Man City versus Chelsea, and then Arsenal Liverpool midweek. So back-to-back mobs coming up in the next week. So make sure you're subscribed, people. Make it make sense. Love for the lovers always. Super chats already coming in, so you know what to do. Well, I'm going to do it. Save them for when we need to talk about them. But yeah, how we all doing? Good New Year, Matisse, Tobs, Grizz, Steve, Saeed.
Good, happy New Year, everyone, man.
Yeah, man.
Happy New Year, man. It was happy for all of 20 hours, and then it became a very 2025, 2026. Put it that way.
Yeah. Already, my bro's blowing up on the internet there. It's all mad. But yeah, we've got a lot to talk about, people. We've got results to talk about, and we've got fixtures to predict. So a big show ahead. 1,000 likes nice and early, 2,000 likes. By the time the show ends, I should say 3,000, but some people forget. But yeah, I mean, 20 hours later, I'm the only one here kind of buzzing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Matisse as well, because Matisse is actually going to get a new job. Liam is going to get a new job.
That's true.
So
that's true.
His pay packet is going to soar.
New horizons, as they say, or something along those lines. It's mad. Arsenal, the only team to win. You man, all held D going into the new year.
Raw.
Well, yeah, that's a bit wild. I can't lie. That's a pause on that one.
Interesting way to phrase it.
Yeah. Didn't you all hold a D?
Steve, are you gonna let him get away with this? When it's me, it's Blue Oyster Bar, but he's been flagrant.
He has been a bit fruity for the last few weeks, to be fair. But people noticed it, mate. You know what I mean?
Brother, it's WDL. Well, when we get the W, we don't say W. If you take an L, you don't say hold that L.
I thought it was draws and
holding the D or what? I just want to know is
draws.
Listen, you can hold the D all you want, mate, but I ain't holding no D.
I mean,
this is crazy.
We moved the show for one D last night. There was a couple Ds before the new year upon us. Tobes actually went. Both of you actually went live to hold that D yesterday. So that's an interesting one. A couple held it remotely. And Grizz, I don't know where you was to hold your D, but you can let us know on your segment. But listen, the biggest D of the week is obviously Matisse. He's going viral all over the internet. After that draw, he wanted someone out, and a couple of days later, he got his wish. Happy New Year.
No, you know damn well that wasn't my wish. Yeah, don't lie. Do you know what I'm saying? You know
damn
you started
your match reaction like this.
I was pointing to the door, and I was pointing to the door, and the biggest D, the biggest D was meant to be the directors. Do you know what I'm saying? That was the D. You know what I'm saying? That was the D. I wanted them out. I want them out. They're not going anywhere. And the managers left his post. They say parted ways, but it's more they've sacked him because they couldn't take him speaking out of turn any longer. And it's a disgrace, bro. It's a disgrace. Do you know what I'm saying? These directors hired him. These directors recruit for him. They should be taking 100% responsibility for the recruitment. I've seen people try to blur the lines and say, oh, Maresca wanted Delap, Maresca wanted Gittins. It's not a coincidence that the managers that they hire are managers that have worked with players that they recruit. But that does not mean that the manager is now responsible for the recruitment. It's very clear when he came into this job, he's a head coach. And the directors, there's like 6 or 7, 8 of them. They're going to be 100% responsible for the recruitment. You're not going to hire Paul Winstanley, Lawrence Stewart, Joe Shields, Jewel, and all these other brothers, and then be like, oh no, but the manager's going to take responsibility for the recruitment. So that wasn't going to happen. They're not taking any accountability, any responsibility for the recruitment. They're not taking any accountability, responsibility for the work, the poor misuse of money that they've spent. The fact that there's still no front of shirt sponsor halfway through the season. Every other team in this football pyramid in this country has got a front of shirt sponsor. We still don't have any. But yet the ticket prices are high. But yet you ain't got the full maximum amount of revenue you should be getting in from a business perspective off the pitch, let alone on the pitch. And this is a manager that's brought them their first trophy and their first taste of Champions League football in their Club World Cup, and they've decided to bash him in briefings when he's left. And every single time that someone does leave this club, they've always got a story. They've always got new reports and new, articles to drop on how bad they were and interest in Man City and Juventus, but no accountability. And then they even briefed that they were interested in De Zerbi, or they were talking to De Zerbi in the summer. So that's just how stupid they are. They don't even remember what the narrative is they're trying to spin. They're trying to say that he's a traitor or he's disloyal. And then they've gone and briefed that they were disloyal first. And they were speaking to other managers when he was winning the Club World Cup. So yeah, this one here was meant to be your head coach, your project manager, your guy that you're going to stick with long term to help develop and oversee this project, because you can't have young players and a long-term vision without a stability managerial standpoint. You can't literally be Roman Abramovich with the managers, but then only sign young players who need time and development and years to grow and all this, and then still have expectations to win. It just doesn't all add up at all. So that's for me. Yesterday, when he was let go or sacked, that's the day the project died. I wasn't really impressed with the recruitment over the summer as it was. I wanted directors sacked 2 years ago after Poch. I firmly believe the directors should always be sacked along with the manager, the last two appointments. But now it's the ownership, because they haven't sacked the directors. So I'm assuming that they're complicit. They're 100% agreeing with all the money that they've washed down the drain. And so therefore now they are also under fire, and rightly so. So I don't know, man. I think we're cooked, to be honest. There's a big cap and a big ceiling to what we're trying to do. And we're not really going to be going any further until people start rolling, to be honest. It's peak.
So to confirm, you're not going to be finishing second this season then?
What do you think, Sherlock?
I just wanted you to say it.
What do you think? You're a bright man. You got a big job. What the fuck do you think?
Oh, so now
that's brilliant
Thank
stuff. Straight in.
I can't lie, Matisse. From the outside looking in, it looks like a mess. Like what you said before, the shirt sponsor thing is a weird thing for me. They're basically a hedge fund, aren't they? Who own the club? It's all about making money, and they've got £100 million potential sponsorship deal that's just not there. That was weird. They've gone down this Brighton sort of route, which, I know certain people admired Brighton's route of buying these players in and younger players and maybe getting them sold and, not losing the value, etc. But you're in danger of becoming basically Brighton. And that's all right for Brighton. They're happy with their model. They get the odd win here and there. They make a lot of money out of it. And the finances look great. But on the pitch, they don't do an awful lot. And Chelsea they're not that team. They can't be like that. You know what I mean? So this ownership model that they've done, they give a 5-year contract to Potter, I believe. They give a 5-year contract to Maresca, I believe. I mean, it's just not working. So I think this is crucial times for Chelsea and the fans now to see which direction the club go. Because I'm not being funny. The Strasbourg manager's not the answer. I think we'd all probably like it to happen just for a laugh. But, if that's your club, no disrespect, he can't jump out of Strasbourg and straight into Chelsea job, because the fans ain't going to have it. You know what I mean? So whoever's reading the room over there needs to realise that ain't going to work. And the thing is with Maresca, you've seen the proofs in the pudding with giving people time, like the Arsenal model. They gave Arteta time. They went through some ups and downs and bad patches where the fans wasn't happy and wanted him out, but they stuck to the guns and got through the other side, and it looks good over there. This is just going to keep happening because the board and the fans are, I think, are totally disconnected. Your expectations of Chelsea, what you've seen growing up, etc., etc., certain level of players, elite football, recruitment, wanting winners. Their model in their mind is different. They're not. I don't think there's a lot of football people involved in it. I think there's a lot of poor business decisions being made as well, not even good ones. You look at the off the pitch as well. We touched on the sponsor. Look at the fact of selling the hotels and selling the women's team and all that. It's not right. It's not right for Chelsea. You know, Matisse, he probably sits there and think, well, fuck it, we've got to do it. But you haven't got to do it because, you know, it's not the way you've done it. So I don't know what's going on over there. I feel like there's going to be some tough times ahead. I just hope they don't get on this merry-go-round of managers where it's going to be 3 or 4 managers in the next 4 or 5 years because they just can't get it settled. And like I said on the last show about Cole Palmer, and he wasn't happy about it, I'm telling you now, the place is a mess. Now, if I'm Cole Palmer's agent, I'm not saying to go Man United, but I'm just saying let's look at where this is going, because at the end of the season, there might be plenty of suitors. I'm not, you know, Cole Palmer don't have to sit there. There's nothing going on there at the minute. What is making Cole Palmer think, you know what, I'm into this project here. This is going somewhere. Let's stay here. He's probably looking at it thinking, this is not what I signed up for. This looks like a shit show. And I'm not having Penfold rocking up telling me what to do on the pitch, because no one's going to respect him. You know what I mean? Not going to respect him. So, yeah, I think there's tough times coming, Matisse. I think there is. So, batten down the hatches and make your alliance with SAEED, because I think you two are going to be a little bit closer soon.
I think they purposefully want to sack managers. You said you don't want to see a revolving door of managers. I'm starting to think they purposefully want to initiate friction with managers so they can actually fall out with them, so they can actually restart this whole thing again. Because every time you get a new manager, you get a whole long list of excuses as to why they can't win immediately, because they have to, the system has to be learned now. The experience isn't there. He hasn't been in the Premier League before. You have to give him time. That's what they want. They want a new excuse. This is literally a supply teacher that's just being put in front of us every single time now. And the curriculum's there. Don't go outside of it. Even if the curriculum is shit, even if the curriculum's not up to standard. The manager even said Chelsea as a football club deserve better. He also said he was contracted here till 2029 and he wasn't going anywhere. But then people want to believe in briefings, oh, he was talking behind our back, he was going to go Man City. It's a smear campaign. And it's a smear campaign that repeats itself constantly every single time someone leaves. How can you fall out with everyone that you hire and you're not the problem? It doesn't make any sense. But this is by design for me to keep falling out with these people, to keep reappointing, to keep starting again. And then by starting again, you're not actually making any progress. You're just going round and round in circles. This guy that they're appointing, they're going to brief and say, oh, yeah, we see eye to eye. He's worked with the directors before. He's a former Brighton player. How ironic is that? You know, and then in a few years' time or 18 months' time, the smear campaign on this Liam is going to be incredible. Just watch. It's going to be biblical. It's going to be, they're going to say, oh, he tried to write a book after we won the Club World Cup, tried to make it all about himself. He wanted to film a Netflix documentary without our permission.
18 months time.
Yeah, bro.
You think he's going to last 18 months?
6 months.
Have you seen your fixtures?
Bro.
Your fixtures. This is what I'm saying. Your fixtures.
Bro, I'm not looking at the fixtures. The fixtures are relevant to me, man. It's bigger than the fixtures.
Matisse, they're relevant. They're the fixtures. They're absolutely relevant. They're relevant because
I'm telling you, on the mob this Sunday, the way
I'm work to do this Sunday, Matisse.
I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered.
Genuinely,
I'm not bothered. You see Luke Littler? I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered.
Bring that army vest out on Sunday, bro. We're going to
Man
war,
said he's
bro.
not bothered. Okay, cool. When Man City slap through in your head, let's see.
Bro,
let's see
I'm going to predict Man City to slap us on this thing. I'm telling you now.
You're not bothered.
Nah. Manager bounce, man.
Matisse, I wanted to ask you, like, obviously, and I agree with what you're saying about the smear campaigns and falling out with managers, etc., every single time. Like, recognize the problem, if that's the problem. You need one of these guys. Graham Potter was never going to come out and speak because that's the way his character personality is. But it seems like Maresca is a very opinionated, forceful, front-forward, vociferous type of guy, yeah?
He's Italian.
Almost confrontational. Now, he needs to come out and say or give the reasons why this fallout. Because only a week ago, do you remember, guys? He said that when he was linked with the City stuff, and he was like, "It's all rumors.
Yeah.
I'm here next season. I've got 5 year contract, and this is all bullshit, basically." How can things escalate to a level where he's gone in a week or 10 days or wherever it was? And also, what is the job description of a Chelsea coach, Chelsea manager? Because if he signed up for this, like Potter, like himself, like, we give you the players, you just coach, and we tell you who to pick, when to pick, medical team tells you who to play, who not to play, and we're coming in at halftime or at the end of match briefings to see what the mood of the team is and what players are talking about. If he signed up for that, what's he complaining about? And if he hasn't signed up to that, that's a mad problem. Like Steve says, in that case, that's a mad problem for any incoming coach as well, if that's how your hierarchy run the ship there.
So just to break that down, right? There'll be some people that will try to defend the ownership by saying the manager knew what he signed up for, so it can't be. It has to. He's at fault. He's at blame. What sportsman at any level signs up for being capped in terms of achievements? This is sport. That's what people fail to remember. This is sport. This is not, the trade market. This is not Wolf of Wall Street. This is sport. In sport, the whole point of sport is to achieve greatness at the top level. That's what everybody involved should be aiming for. So regardless of what he signed on the dotted line when he came in, he's a human being and a sports. He's in sports, so he wants to win. So he may come in from Leicester, really appreciative of the opportunity. Thank you so much for having me. Taking any grain of rice under the door mentality. But as you go on in your job, you're going to gain confidence from winning a couple of trophies, how big they are, whatever. But you're going to gain a bit of confidence. You're going to gain a little bit of, status. And then you're going to think, rah, I do want to, let's kick on. Why would you not want to kick on? What's the point of not trying to kick on? And the thing is that it's a double-edged sword. If you do not try to kick on in this job, you will end up the enemy. It's as simple as that. So people can say, well, he should just know his place. There is no place for anyone who doesn't want to win Premier Leagues or Champions League at Chelsea, because the fans will turn against you at some point. There was already fans turning against the manager. So what do you want him to do? Sit there, be a good little boy and say, actually, nah, I'm quite happy with top 4 every year and I'll take the odd cup. And I'll get slandered by the fan base whilst the directors behind me take no accountability, no responsibility. And I'll just have my reputation smeared in public. Why would you do that? So of course you have to leave. Either the club continue to go up in an upward trajectory or you leave. Simple.
That's
so
why I agree why he left. He didn't want to get
left.
paint with the same brush as the Blue Co. And rightly so, man. I've got a lot of respect for Maresca, man, leaving the way he's done. And people can say, yeah, he's got 1 win in 9 or something like that, and he was struggling. Yeah.
Let me ask you, man, something. Yeah, if we find out in the WhatsApp group tomorrow that let's say one of us is talking to another podcast, about the possibility of joining up with that podcast if a vacancy becomes available in the next 6 months, how are you going to look at that guy?
So to combat that, what if that person found out you were talking in the summer to another person to replace them on that podcast? Because that's what we're dealing with here.
Who did you speak to?
Chelsea reported and briefed that they were speaking to De Zerbi last summer.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was a mistake, but it makes them look incredibly stupid.
What, 2025?
Yeah, when we won the Club World Cup, they said
I remember that.
We were speaking to De Zerbi. That's what they said. So that's the equivalent of you trying to replace someone before they've left and then saying, why did you make an avenue for yourself to leave? Why did you prepare for your exit?
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Yeah, Maresca's not an idiot. He can see what's going on. He's there on a day in, day out basis. He can see the wheels turning, the cogs turning. No one outside of the club can. All they can do is read the reports from Ornstein and make their own conclusions. He is working with them week in, week out. He is seeing their mannerisms. He is seeing their facial expressions when they're coming into the dressing room and trying to stamp their authority after games and micromanaging. Nobody is in any position to try and tell Maresca how he should navigate through this ownership that have a track record of falling out of managers consistently. You can't make the manager the problem when you have consistently fallen out with other managers and you have failed to agree terms with elite level managers like Enrique and Nagelsmann. So there is only one person at fault here, and it's the people that are consistently, they're here every single year. You can't say the manager. For me, it doesn't make any sense.
But also,
I think it's just
they've
just
Man
created.
City. Man City, though, it's probably a dream. So if Chelsea saw that as disrespect, like they could just twist it and be like, you know what, that just shows you our manager's highly rated, and maybe that's a dream for Maresca, but you are under you're under contract, mate. So that's very, very poor from them. If they're doing all of this tick for tack and they're doing this, or he spoke to City and whatnot. Yeah, but at the same time, he's like, he's not seeing that the club is pushing to a direction that is serious. Look what they bought in the summer. Gittins, Garnacho. That ain't Chelsea level. And we did warn a lot of Chelsea fans that wasn't their level. But now
this is what I struggle with, though, Saeed.
Go on.
I'm sorry, but a 10-15 year Russian oligarch era doesn't define Chelsea Football Club. And
I agree.
Chelsea are defined by 100 years plus of it. And I know this is the most recent history.
Yeah, but this is modern history, though, isn't it?
But yeah, modern history. But even Matisse is still tainted by it, because he just said that the meaning of sport is to achieve greatness. Long gone are those days. The Roman Abramovich era spoiled you, like the Sheikh Mansour era is spoiling Steve, right? That's a rarity in football. In football, there's probably 6 to 8 clubs that really want to achieve greatness across Europe. 6 to 8 clubs max, probably. So I think football's more a business now to these men, and we had to find out the hard way. Kroenkes have been in charge, but finally now I could probably include ourselves.
You can say that for all the clubs that spend money. Then PSG, all of these clubs. Like,
PSG want to achieve greatness. Real Madrid want to achieve greatness. Barcelona want to achieve greatness. Man City want to achieve greatness. Liverpool want to achieve greatness.
So what are you saying then? What are they defined by then? Are you saying they're defined by their money?
No. Football's got like that whole expectation that sports about greatness. Not to them, not to these men, not to our owners, right? The Roman and Sheikh Mansour owners are a rarity. The PSG owners, it's rare. It's the anomaly of the situation. Like, most owners are interested in the business side. What's confusing is what Steve said and what Matisse said. You got 100 million lying on a shirt sponsor that you don't want. So what is going on? Like, what is they're getting something out of it on the business side, right? It's not making sense any other place, but to them it must be making sense somewhere.
One thing I've never understood with this winning and business thing is the teams that make the most money in world football are the teams that win. If you're literally doing this to be the best business possible, you need to win. You need to win. It's either you're winning loads of trophies, or you've got crazy credit in the bank because you've got like a juggernaut's worth of trophies, like Barcelona, for example. Unless you're a Barcelona or Real Madrid, where you are literally etched in football history, the very best teams, the most profitable teams in the world, are either the teams who are winning or who are close to winning, because that's what's going to drive popularity. So Man
United still make money without winning.
But Man United are also in that example of what Barcelona and Real Madrid are in the world. Man United are that in England. Same for Liverpool. Yeah. These are the teams, they're going to make money regardless, because their thing is etched, like very, very hard to wash that away. But what I'm saying with Clear Lake is, if your premise was to make as much money as possible, you need to do that by trying to make your team the best it can be. Because if you make the team the best it can be and it wins trophies, you will make more money. Your fan base will increase. You'll get more money from your competitions. You'll be in higher competitions. That you're going to make more money. That's how Chelsea made a lot of their money, and that's how Chelsea have made a lot of their name over the last 20 years. That's how it's been.
What's the capacity of Stamford Bridge?
40, isn't it? 41, 42.
See, they're getting left behind. They're getting left behind in the stadium, like as well.
They can't do it, though. To be fair, they can't do it because of council. Is it council reasons or something?
They're going to have to do it. They're going to have to do it. They're going to have to find a solution.
I don't think they could. I think that area is probably, correct me if I'm wrong, Matisse, it's too congested to.
Yes. Yeah. So there's a limit on the height because of the you'd be blocking the view, which is protected. I think St. Paul's Cathedral to Richmond Park. You also obviously have a problem widthways because there's residential houses at the front. and there's the train line, the tube line on the rear side as well. So you can't really expand that stadium easily, right? It's incredibly difficult, and that's why Roman Abramovich didn't do it. If it could have been done, it would have been done already. So this applies even
another one though. Can they move?
They've tried to move, but that area is congested. There's no space to move. The only other place they could have moved to was Oz Court, and that's already been the planning permission has already passed to go and build some residential and shopping center around there. Whatever.
Yeah, I've seen that they're building.
And Chelsea pitch owners don't want to move too far away from the original spot because that is Chelsea, right? So we're not going to go to Surrey and to Kent or to whatever. So you got a big issue there. They don't own the pitch. They don't own the name. You can't play anywhere else and still be called Chelsea Football Club. I hope that's not why I'm starting to see CFC London branded all over the bloody place. But who knows? I was
going to say, right? Man, El's caught on that blues and that. It's crazy.
This applies even more to us. And they're damaging their relationship even more with the CPO because nobody's going to trust in them to move anywhere with how dodgy and how like disrespectful they're moving with players, managers, and just the way they carry themselves. Why the hell would you give them a veto or a pass to go and move wherever they want and give them that break? It doesn't make any sense. But this makes it even more apparent to us that we need to win. We're not Tottenham. We don't have a big stadium where the revenue and the NFL and the Beyonce concerts and the drive to survive. And we don't have that. Rock climbing. We don't have that. We don't have the capacity. So therefore, we need to match that up with the winning. We need to match that up with the performance. So I don't really know what these lot are doing. But
is it a Brighton model?
Even their strategies, we've said it a million times, but we're going to say it again. The strategy is junk. For every good player they sign about 3 or 4 dead ones.
Yeah.
Or 3 or 4 mid ones that then they have to loan to Strasbourg or whatever. And then in some cases they'll break even. In some cases they might make a marginal profit. Like, okay, you want to make money. How much money are they making? How much money are they making with this model now versus the amount of money they could make if they actually took the money that they're spending on these needy or poor players and just signed maybe less players, but signed higher caliber players, paid a lot, probably a bit more wages.
Tobes, I don't think it's close, you know. I think they make more money if they, for example, let's say they sign 10 youngsters, yeah? Like around the 5 million mark or whatever, yeah? Even if 2 of them turn into 50, 60 million pound players, they're not making that money on the pitch. They're smart, these people, Tobes. These people are the smartest businessmen. This is why they're at the very, very, very top. And this is why it's very lucky, like the likes of Man City, like the likes of PSG, to a certain extent, have owners who actually have love for the game, who actually have a passion for the game. Man City's owners love the game. PSG's love the game. You see them attending football matches and talking about football with a passion. These guys are not football lovers. They're business lovers. They're glorified hedge fund owners. And this is how they're going to treat it. So if they turn 10 of those, they bought more than 10. I'm just giving you 10 as an example. If 2 of them turn out to be 60 million pound players, lovely jubbly. And that's their operation. That's their operation.
You had it right, because the FA Cup, what do you get for winning the FA Cup? What do you get for winning
nothing,
the
man.
Cup?
Nothing.
The most that they got was a Club World Cup, and they actually got João Pedro with that money. You know, there was a couple of signs that they made with that money.
Winning isn't, listen, winning is only for the heritage clubs, like Toby was saying. Winning is only for the heritage clubs, I'm afraid. And I know Chelsea fans will go up in arms.
No, it's not for the heritage club,
but they're just not a heritage club.
What do you mean?
Roman, the best era of Chelsea is under Roman. Why? Because Roman had a passion for football and Chelsea, and that's why he wanted to win at all costs. There's a difference. You have to have money and a passion. You can't have only one and not the other.
I don't know, man.
I hate Chelsea. I hate Chelsea as much as the next man. Everyone knows it. But the Premier League started in that. Listen, of course, we know that there was football long before the Premier League, but the Premier League started in '92. Right, so the Premier League has been in existence for 33 years. In the 33-year period, Chelsea are maybe top 3, top 4 in terms of most league titles. What is it? It's Arsenal, so Man City.
The Roman club, so Roman is the key.
Yeah, I agree under Roman, but that's the point I'm making. I'm looking at the Chelsea perspective here. We know that, yes, of course, their heritage doesn't stretch back as far as several teams, but in the end of the day, If you're talking about the Premier League as a competition, in the Premier League, they have what, 4 league titles, 5 league titles, right? They're a team that when we were growing up, they were winning. Or if they weren't winning, they were challenging for titles. Now they're literally nowhere near it, and they haven't been anywhere near it for a good 7 coming
only
up to 8 years now.
The owner, like I'm saying, only
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm like,
had love for the game, and Chelsea. These don't. It's simple. These don't have love for the game, and they certainly don't have love.
They
for
love
Chelsea.
business. They love business.
They love
Sometimes
business.
we can sit here all day and we can't make sense of any of this, because are they about money, but they're not getting a shirt sponsor? You know, if it's about money, why don't they win? They spend all of that. But the reality is, when you're dealing with billions, right, these men know loopholes that when the Kroenke stuff was happening with Arsenal, these men were using Arsenal as an asset to go take out loans to do other things. So that's what they were getting from us, regardless of us dropping out a top 4 on the pitch, which eventually kickstarted them to do something. Money's different in football, even from then, 5 years ago. Chelsea make money every year. It just depends on how interested they are. Like Grizz said, in forget the money aspect. All right, we can make more, but do we want to win, or do we want to just be comfortable making this amount of millions a year? They're nice for
them right now. It's the latter for them.
But honestly, the selling the assets back to themselves or to a holding company, etc., etc., that should set alarm bells ringing. That tells me that they want enough money in the pot to cover what they were doing. So they've done it which is a loophole, which is fine. But how many other assets have they got to sell? They haven't. And then if the manager situation starts to go down the pan, and then the playing squad is not good enough to where it needs to be, needs more in reinvestment, there's going to be problems somewhere. It's all going to catch up somewhere to a bottleneck, and something's going to have to give. Because a lot of these players that they're buying, i.e. to sell on, they're actually good enough to play for the team, because the team's not good. So they've probably got this certain caliber of player in the mind thinking, well, we'll make money on him. But then that player gets to Chelsea and he's good enough to go in. Whereas you look at City when they did it, you look at all the top quality players that have left City now. At the time, there was somebody elite blocking that player's first team progression. Cole Palmer had Riyad Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, everyone in front of him. He was sold. Chelsea, they've got players there now. They're buying other people's cast-offs. They're buying Garnacho and people like that who nobody really wanted. And then they're going for Liam Delap, who has potential, but is he really? Was he going to hit the ground running like Matisse said? They give him a number 9 shirt, so that tells me straight away, if you're going in Chelsea as number 9, you're playing. You know what I mean? You're not just being on the fringes and hopefully next year you become a starter. You're in. João Pedro, yeah, he had some good seasons at Brighton, but come on, is he leading the line at Chelsea? You look at the past strikers at Chelsea. Does he fit the mold? So this is where I think they've got a massive disconnection in their mind. They need somebody in that club that knows Chelsea through and through, that has got a pair of balls, who can stand in that boardroom and say, whoa, hold on a minute. You can't fucking sign him. What do you mean? You can't fucking sign him.
They don't want that person in there because they don't want any conflict and they don't want any disagreement. That's why they're hiring.
Demand that now. The fans need to demand that John Terry or fucking Frank Lampard or some fucker who's got a pair of balls about Chelsea, who loves the club, who can go in there, because them people ain't gonna. You're gonna end up.
They're not gonna hire. They're not gonna hire anybody like that. They're not gonna hire anybody like that. You can even see now, they've even become more manipulative, because the manager that they're about to appoint is a manager that cannot turn them down. Imagine that.
Yeah,
he literally is already within the structure. He manages Strasbourg. They're going to offer him the contract. He has to say yes, because if he doesn't, they could just sack him at Strasbourg. It's like, how are you going to tell your boss?
Or send him back.
Send him back where? Send him back where? He's already no.
He's a sacrifice. He's a sacrificial lamb. He's a sacrificial lamb.
He's already in the model. There is no sending him back. There's no sending him back. They'll get someone else. They don't care about the individuals at this level. They don't care about the players. They don't care about the managers, right? There's a smear campaign going on. They're just trying to move the different supply teachers, the different PE teachers in place to take the load and the backlash off of them. That's all it is. It's just moving parts, distraction. Focus on this person, and then when you're done focusing on this person, focus on that person. When you're done focusing on that, move over to that person. They're ready to rip up Strasbourg's season halfway through, even though they own that club as well. to bring him to Chelsea, to then hire someone else at Strasbourg who sits 7th. And this guy literally cannot reject them because he's already employed by them. And then it's just going to be a pyramid scheme. This is why I don't like multi-club models. Every club should be its own individual club. It shouldn't be operating under one unison, under one ownership, because it's too grey, it's too murky. And what's going to happen is the more multi-clubs they add, is the more they're going to just keep funneling people up the tree like that. So soon, the managerial shortlist won't even have Iriola, who we already knew wasn't going to get the job. Glasner, who we know wasn't going to get the job. People are wasting their time talking about Xavi Hernandez and Lampard. It's not going to happen. These are outsiders. They don't listen to instruction. The funnel will be like that. There's this many clubs in the pyramid scheme. Every shortlisted candidate will come from that pyramid scheme to the top, right? And then you get sacked at the top if you develop any sort of taste for winning or any sort of taste for demanding or standard or expectation, and then we go back through to the funnel. And people look at it as a positive thing. Oh, we could just cherry pick talents all the way through here, and they'll all rise to the top. It doesn't matter which club they're coming from. The pressure at the top is completely different to the pressure at all these clubs below it. So you're not going to be able to just snap into it and win a Prem off the back of it. And that's what all these young players that are about to come through the funnel in the summer. It's the same shit, different story that we saw this summer. You know, you're not going to be able to win 38 games over 38 games with this logic. It just doesn't work.
How do you say you're going to predict a smoking on Sunday against Man City? Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think the players react to this?
If I was the top players, I'd be talking to my agents right now. To be honest,
I think a lot will.
That's what I would be doing. As for the rest of them, they don't have the quality to compete anyway, so it doesn't matter what they want to do. The likes of Garnacho, Delap, they were already playing shit before this. So what's going to change? The guy that's in interim or the guy that's in charge for this game is Callum. He just did his press conference. McFarley or whatever the fuck.
Is he under 21s coach or something?
He's the under 21s coach. Fish out of water. He's been here 6 months. He's only had a couple hours to figure out what the fuck Man City are going to do on that pitch, and he's only just putting things in place now and together. We're going to get absolutely ragdolled, dragged up and down the Etihad. We lose up there usually anyway, let alone under this fucking mess. And then we move on to the next. So I'm not really asked about the City game. The City game's irrelevant, to be honest, because there's no manager in place. So it's just going to be a dog walking and we move.
They literally plucked out some random guy from the University of Surrey and said, "Yeah, have that, man. Have that for have that for one game."
That's nasty. You couldn't even get a little. What's my man? I used to go Chelsea every year, man, and help.
Oh, GRIZZ Hiddink.
Yeah, my little GRIZZ Hiddink, man. You know what I mean? That's heritage, man.
Yeah, that's my point. That's heritage, but this isn't a heritage club anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
As certain man have already pointed out.
Yeah,
them days have long gone. They won't ever be coming back in terms of hiring the higher echelons of coaches. Look at the names they've had in the past. Top elite coaches, and Roman was ready to bankroll them and give them full control. These are the total opposite, and this is why I'm shocked at Maresca buying all these players, project players. We heard about all the elite recruitment, etc., long-term progress, 8-year contracts, 7-year contracts. And then you sack him, and or like Matisse is suggesting, like making it out that he's the problem after a season or two, especially after winning 2 trophies. All right, call them whatever trophies you want, but you got to stay in the project, man. You got to stay with the system. Now it's a total different system again.
And it's
almost. If I'm a Chelsea fan, I'm pulling my hair out if I got any.
But it's also deterred a lot of managers who were maybe thinking, "You know what, that's not a bad job, you know." Now 100%. He's thinking, you know what, man? Xavi is similar age to Maresca. He's thinking, nah, man, but nah. Then you've got like managers that, you know, maybe I think I heard a few rumors about Nagelsmann and that. They're thinking, yo, man, I don't want to go down there. And that's a bad thing because now, and fair play to Maresca, he just, you know, he said, I'm going to expose you lot and just leave this mess here. And then you lot can do what you want to do. And look at it now, Liam Rosenior. It's I feel sorry for Liam Rosenior, man, because, bro, he's
right here. Why do you feel sorry for him?
No, because I'm like, let him do his thing over a thingy, man.
Listen, from the moment you sign on the contract for any blue coat club from now on, just know that your future is not under your own control now. Your future is your future is determined by them until they sack you at the end goal. You're being developed for them, and then when they're done with you, then the smear campaign can begin, and then you'll be free. But you've signed a prison sentence. It's as simple as that. So as soon as he signed for Strasbourg, he should have known. Well, he will now know.
Come on, man. He never knew.
He maybe didn't know, but now he knows that he is mandatory to go and manage Chelsea. It's not up to him, right? Mandatory to go and manage Chelsea. And then however that goes, it goes. And then hopefully you can pray to God that your managerial reputation and status is not in the toilet and in the bin. Maresca has come into this job and out of this job better for it. He's won a couple of trophies. He's got a good status and reputation behind him. He'll kick on and go and do good things. I can see him managing one of the top Italian teams, or he'll go and get another gig. He'll do well. So when you come here, this is now a stepping stone club for managers. That's what it is. That's what this is now. Simple.
Let me
bro, it's dark, man. We're back anyway. The Mod Brothers are back, man. So
I'm not doing this again with you. All right?
Bro, listen, you just
it's not a laughing matter. We're not doing no mid-table mafia nonsense, no mid-six.
You've
right?
accepted a loss against Man City.
I'm not doing this. I'm not playing.
No, hold on a minute. You've accepted a loss against Man City. You just said that I would have surprised me if clubs would leave Chelsea. We're in the same boat, bro.
You go kick on, man. Leave me alone.
But hey, bro, let's unite together, bro.
Man, you go do something, man. Go win the league. Go flourish, man.
We're back,
flourish, man. No. You
back like we never left.
You ain't got no excuse, man. You got Ineos. Go and flourish, man. Leave
bro, Ineos, bro. Ineos are just as bad as Blueco, bro. They're, if not worse than the Glazers. What do you mean, Ineos, man? Ineos what, man? Look at me. You see this art?
Jamal.
Jamal, bro. What talking about Ineos, man?
Let me do the Chelsea super chats because we got a lot to talk about. We don't need to talk about that game, but let me get these in. Cliff says, Happy New Year, everyone. Blessings for all in 2026. Congrats in advance for Matisse making the jump from content creator to Chelsea manager. Hashtag Mod Brothers needs to be a pod, by the way. I mean, we had mid-six. Maybe Mod Brothers is, there'll be 4-man swimming in that, to be honest. The rude gentleman said huh?
Yeah, I'm just saying, there's a couple more man that are quiet right now. I can't lie, man. There's a couple of quiet guys today around here.
I dare Chelsea to appoint that middle-aged Matisse. The slander names I got for Sophie Rosenior I don't even know how to say his name. Hopefully that was all right. Will be unmatched. Astigmatism Armani. I could go on. Yeah, it's all mad. Let me see. We got a couple of Arsenal. Here we are. NBA says, can't believe what they've done. First manager I've genuinely felt a connection with, and they sack him because his ambitions are too high. Hashtag Clearlake out. Shabby says, world champs Chelsea, and Matisse on his video said, quote, how are we not one of the best teams in the world? Mad. Also, raise your hand if you won in match week 19.
These guys are fucking starving. Fucking starving me.
Oh my god. Dennis says, so mad movements in West London. Garnacho, yeah, and Enzo in something after the goal. Shocking how them Chelsea new money fudge pillow biters celebrate. Matisse will love going into the new showers. That is new. Brother, Dennis, your name's Turkish as well, brother. You trying to get man in some hot water around here or what, bro? You need to be easy with the wording of some of these things. But yeah, Kidus Claus says makes sense why Matisse knows he won't finish last in predictions. If he's ever desperate, he can predict Chelsea losses and match fix from the touchline. Cool. There's definitely more for Chelsea. Let me just scroll quickly. That one's there. We go. Maresca sacked just as Chelsea have 3 away games in a row. The sporting directors are cowards. Yeah, big one coming up on the weekend. Pat G, big up, says, please tell me you saw that video of Matisse dancing to that Thiago Silva song from Dave. No, I haven't, Just send me that, put it in the group. And Pat G, as well as all the subscriber winners, 100K, the shirts are going to be in the post this week. Apologies, but yeah, New Year, holiday period. We'll get them in the post. Everything's been sorted out in terms of the names, numbers, and everything. So yeah, big up. Cool. That one's for Liverpool. All right, cool. A lot of happy New Year's. We'll get them in later. Guna San says, big up, lads. Matisse, the Chelsea fan base hate you already, and you haven't even been appointed yet. The crossover hate he's going to get just because he looks like him is going to be crazy. Ab says, big love from Australia. First time watching you guys. Love you guys live. I miss my old Chelsea team. Love for the love. Not one. Matisse is the new manager for Chelsea, or is that just a really good doppelganger? What a circus of a football club. Big up, Stephen. And let's be real, says Momo. Chelsea had no expectations before the 6-7 years of glory. So why are we treating a return to factory settings as a big watershed moment? Matisse is a clown, says Dollar. He backed this ownership and project, but now he is flip-flopping. Only real Chelsea fan is Johnny. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I can't lie.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't like to see my main Matisse like this, from victor to victim, challenging to cheerleading, breaking in to being broken in. Mud Brothers are back. Who will finish 5th? United, Chelsea, or Spurs?
Bro, allow it, man.
It's still very early. Still very early. And 5th is still Champions League. The moment Maresca changed his agent, that was a sign there was tension. That being said, the ownership and directors are a bigger mess. Right, we got more. Okay, fuck that. It's sports, but not if your ownership view it as strictly a farming business. US businessmen only care for circulating money consistently. You know, you can't make sense of it. Not a shot at the MLS, but American soccer is seen as a money move first before passion for football. That's why Blue Co runs Chelsea like a hedge fund. They are not football fans. Yeah, true. And just waffling, as they scrubbed it from YouTube, but when Bowley bought Chelsea, his first conference, all he was talking about was growing the club app and content globally. Barely a footballing project anymore. Mubsy says Chelsea could sign Ted Lasso and they'll still be in the mud. Chelsea generated approximately 590 million from player sales between 2021 and 2024, with the majority of that revenue coming after Todd Bowley's takeover in 2022. Stephen, how much was spent on the back end of that? That also matters too. Whoa, TOBS speaking facts on Chelsea. Glad he's learning a lot from the book. Turkish with him. Tom says Clear Lake, more like muddy swamp. Love for the love from Cape Town gents. Turks asked a real question. What is Chelsea's history? In my opinion, Abramovich was an anomaly. He was, that's a fact. But yeah, the reason they do the model is because it minimizes risk. The name of the game for all business is low risk, but max revenue. Yeah, that's the next step, right? Trying to win stuff. Chelsea, never a big team. Lucky to be first ever oil daddy team in football before FFP came. Reverting back to type. Cry more, posh boy. Botox bozos. The big 6 is massive. How have they already got the new Chelsea gaffer on the stream before he's been hired? Exclusive, people. Exclusive. Sorry to keep it real, but it's an American thing. Constant need for growth, market share. You can see where the game's headed over time with more owners from there. Prem matches in Miami soon come. And big up Wizzy says, Matisse, you know who to call if you need a shirt sponsor. Yeah, sort you out. Sort us out, brother. You get back to me. April's coming up real soon. But love for the love. Hope you and the family are good, brother. Let me see this. We will only start signing big and going all out for the big titles once we have the income flowing in from the new stadium. Until then, from a new stadium. Until then, the ownership will just target Champions League qualification and an odd domestic cup. Momo adds, I also think this Chelsea issue compared shows how even Arsenal's owners have turned the corner on investing to win, not to maintain. They are on the way. It took a long time, though. It took a long time. Big up the whole panel. Matisse, we need you to show the Ireland connection and get the big 6 to Ireland. Grizz, what has happened to our club? No pace up front, so boring to watch. Big up everyone. We'll get into Liverpool later. And Ireland's on the cards. It's already on the cards, but just keep up, subscribe and you'll know when it's gonna happen. James says the Chelsea player don't need a manager, they need Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips for a bit of motivation. I mean, Jackson has already tried that with someone else now.
It's actually a mad one today, man.
Is that Bayern now? Is that Bayern now? I mean, it might work. I don't know. L9 says, our owners right now are 700 M's in debt. We are in UEFA restrictions and flirting with PSR. They have lost money since owning us, so don't make sense. 100%. LSU says, Maresca moving like that gal that agrees to be the link, then all of a sudden wants to be wifey. Maresca bringing Palmer to Old Trafford. Imagine that. Matisse, don't be a tracksuit manager. Not enough move support, and you'll have an image to upload. Uphold. You know. Matisse, whatever you decide on the Chelsea job, please don't take your shirt off to celebrate. And Gutam says, Happy New Year to the panel. Matisse, would you take Iraola? Yes, come on, man. They're about to fucking hire this Blue Peter presenter from Strasbourg, and you're asking, come on, man. Yeah. Not having this. 4 weeks ago, he was 6 points behind top after the 1-1 win. Since that, had horrendous tactical performances. 15 points behind now. Hashtag Clear Lake in.
Yeah, he's definitely stank the last month. Like, you can't put it all down to the ownership, but I think people just need to have context there and look at what he's working with.
Yeah. Ashton says, if Arsenal win the league, Turkish doesn't just need to break into Matisse's apartment, he needs to steal from it. You got man to put me in the cell for the summer. It's all mad. Oh, look, who we got here? Big Steve. Put your hands up if you won the Champions League.
Come on.
Hey, we can all play the fucking hand game if you want to go down that road.
Yo, can we stop with these hand games and holding the D's, please? Yeah, stop this, man.
Oh my God.
Everyone to do the mime thing today, yeah? Fair enough.
That was, I believe, the last Chelsea super chat. So we'll keep it moving. And by moving, I mean, like, this is the big six fixture, the mob this weekend, Sunday. It's a 5:30 kickoff on Sunday, right?
It's a weird one, man. Why is that, by the way?
I saw that today. I was confused. I didn't know whether my thing was Proton VPN was putting me in another country or something. But yeah, it's
I'm glad you told me because I was rocking up at 4.
Yeah, double check because I saw it yesterday.
It's definitely 5:30. Yeah,
5:30.
And then the games before that start at 3.
It's because Leeds United is at 12:30.
Yeah, 12:30. Yeah,
but even that, the crossover can still happen though. It's a bit weird that.
Man.
Nah, I tell you, that's got something to do with United getting back on the train.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, it's true. Leeds United get back on the train.
United will go to Leeds mobbed up. No, land back at Manchester. The police won't want City fans milling around going to.
Oh yeah,
so they're going to get them back and away, and then I don't know. They'll do something.
It's still going to mix though. It's still going to mix in around Piccadilly Station.
So
it's weird.
2:30.
Yeah,
2:30. Game finish United at 2:30. Nah, I don't know.
It's still risky, Steve, isn't it?
They've had a mayor.
It'd be some police advice that because Manchester police will have to go with United to Leeds. A lot of them as well.
Yeah.
They'll go over there with United because they'll expect trouble there. Leeds brought a massive mob down to Manchester when they played United last time.
Yeah. Mad.
But obviously they're going away at Ellen Road. So yeah, I don't know. But R5's mad.
R5, yeah, it's weird. So we'll be live from 5 people on Sunday. The mob. Me, Matisse, Tobes, Grizz will be in the building. Steve obviously at the game. SAEED at home doing his thing. Probably watch alongs all day actually on Sunday. So make sure you are subscribed to individual channels, but make sure you're there on Sunday for the mob. And let's get into the big one. Chelsea away at Man City. I mean, we've had enough on Chelsea, but Man City dropped points, Steve. 4 points behind now after the draw against Sunderland 0-0 last night. And Chelsea away, I mean, it was already Caicedo missing because of another yellow card. This silly guy, man. That guy's always just suspended from this game and that game and everything.
It was a little bit harsh, I can't lie. It wasn't really that a yellow card.
He built a reputation for himself. And Xhaka used to get a lot of yellow cards that were like kind of like, oh, come on. But once you build that reputation, but anyway, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. They ain't even got Maresca no more. They ain't got nothing. No more.
It's bigger than that. Yeah, you're right.
Steve, Sunderland heavily changed, obviously, but you couldn't get the win. Chelsea, are you optimistic? But actually, Sunderland, talk on that first.
Yeah, no, we didn't play well. It was just one of them. We got the first half. I thought they bullied us. I thought they just got in our face. He changing the team again for no reason. Nathan Ake's coming in, instantly weakens the back line, makes Diaz is slow anyways, but with Nathan Ake next to him, nowhere near it. And Savinho, I mean, we're telling you about that guy for a long time, but And like you say, first half, they dragged us down to their level. They knew how they had to play. You got to give them credit because they had 7 players missing. So they've only got they knew they couldn't match us with a quality, but they just got in our face. And by the time we got going second half, it was too late. You know what I mean? We started creating chances. Savinho missed 2 sitters. Doku, Gvardiol missed a header. Haaland had a chance first half. It's one of them nights, man. You know what I mean? It's one of them nights. I've seen it all before. It happens. You know what I mean? It happens. I could tell you 6, 7 games over the last so many years in the title running where we've done something daft like that. I remember Sunderland at home where the first season was getting beat 2-0, I think, and we come back 2-2. But like you say, we're 4 points behind. I mean, these Arsenal fans getting excited. I mean, we could have been 6 or 7 behind about 3 weeks ago. So for me, if you say to me, you can be 4 behind now in January, I'm happy with that, man. We're happy with that. Don't you worry about us. You just get the job done, what you need to get done. Like I've always said, you know, this is what they need to do. Get the job done. But
Steve,
we've got to bounce back.
This is copium, Steve. Come on, man.
It can't be copium.
Just to say you're disappointed, you dropped 2 points, man. Like, come on.
Hold on a minute. Have I just not said that?
Yeah, but the way you kind of like dressing it up, like, yo, man, but
I'm not dressing nothing up. I'm talking about the game, but then I'm addressing all the giddy bollocks in the chat and saying, listen, relax, people, because I've been down this road before. I've been further behind than this before. So if you're asking us,
are stronger, though. They're stronger, yeah. They're stronger this year,
are they stronger than the Liverpool team that we fought off against?
Yeah, but that's a
Are they stronger than the Man United team that was fucking 8 points clear with 6 games to go?
Yeah, but it's still a strong team. They've got a depth. They've got, you know what I mean? They've got...
Right, that's great. But the one thing they haven't got is the mentality to get it over the line. So would you not be confident? Would you not be confident in my position?
No, I know you've been there before, but I still think the way you're... I don't know, man. It's like, yeah, but we drop points and da. But if Arsenal drop points...
you know what it is? Do you know what it is? When they drop points, they're all panicking and talking about it. When we drop points, we don't panic. We just carry on because we know we keep going. We know there's going to be more bumps in the road. But what we're saying is we know where we need to be. I've said it from the first week of the season. We know where we need to be. And listen, we're fine where we are. No problem. No trophies were ever given out in January. None. So if they want to come at me because we got a draw at Sunderland, the same as Arsenal got a draw at Sunderland, that's fine. So that's the copium. If that's what makes them feel better, get it off your chest. Get it off your chest. But when it comes to May, that is the only day in May, the last game of the season, that counts. Are you lifting the silverware or are you crying again? That is all we want to know. And that is all I've ever said. I've kept it consistent. Come to me when you win the title, not before. Not before, because I've seen it all before. I've seen it all last season. I've seen it the season before. I've seen it the season before. So we just got to do what we got to do. We got to get Chelsea out over the line. We don't know what Chelsea's going to turn up. Could be what Matisse says. They could be like, oh, fuck it. Could be a mismatch. Like, you don't know. They could be thinking, right, we're glad that manager's gone. We're going to put it on him. I don't know. But it's down to us. We've got to get the win, get it done. Big plus was Rodri coming back. He had to come on at half-time. I don't think he wanted to play him from half-time, but he was brilliant. Jeremy Doku's back. But yeah, they've got to look at themselves in the mirror and say, you know what, if you want to win the league, you've got to go and put Sunderland to bed. But like you say, they made it difficult. Credit to them. But we should be beating them. There's no excuses. We should be beating Sunderland there away. But
you've got to give credit to Sunderland, man. I think we're not giving enough credit to Sunderland.
They've not been beat at home all season. They know what to do. They bring the energy in that. They knew that we were slow at the back. They were pumping that long ball up, just causing havoc with it. And yeah, they played their game. And you got to give them credit. We was out in Sunderland last night with their fans till 3 a.m. and we were having a good crack with them. And they were saying that they just wanted to stay up. And obviously, it looks like they're going to stay up. They're a good side, man. They're a good side, and they're not frightened of buying players as well. I mean, that Adingra and that players like that, I didn't think they would be able to sign, but they're doing all right. But no, it's on us, man. We've got to. We can't be dropping points like that so easily. But we are going to do, and Arsenal will do as well. This is it. This is it. It's not even started yet. Not even started. So plenty more twists and turns.
You're not going to be 5 games, five points behind, 2 games to go, telling us, you know, this is where we need to be. That's not going to work mathematically.
When you've won it in the last kick of the game, in the Aguero moment, you'll always fight to the last kick. Always.
Yeah, I mean, for me, listen, I'm one of the fans that are giddy about it because a 2-game swing is always better. It's better than a 1-game swing. That goes without saying. But City were on a run. Some of those games in that run, you know, by the skin of your teeth, whether it was Leeds or Fulham, some of them games emphatic. But even some of the emphatic games at Palace could have had a couple goals earlier in the game. So there was always chinks. A lot of my confidence comes from not only Arsenal being as solid as we are, but also, firstly, Liverpool's drop off. Let's get that in first. That wasn't expected the way they've dropped off so early on. And then Man City, I've always been weary of Man City. Going into this season, I thought everyone dismissing them like this is Pep Guardiola. He has never gone 2 years without a title. Then I saw the chinks in the armor still very prevalent in the performances early on. Now, this run, like I said with Arsenal, either our attack clicks and then we kind of take this league, and by February, March, I believe we win it. If our attack clicks, like it did against Villa, for example. But Man City, you was riding a wave. I think you fell off that wave against Sunderland, but you're lucky to have a Chelsea side that, look at their fans. They're just rolling over 2 days before. And I get it. I'm not saying to, you know, I want you to bring out the army vest, Matisse. We got a job to do on Sunday.
No army, no war. Not going to Manchester to buck Steve. Unfortunately, not doing nothing. We just go and take our beating and keep it stepping, brother. Sorry.
Come on, man. The integrity of the league. It rests on
there's no integrity. There's no integrity.
Remember Chelsea when they went a couple of years, was it about 10 years ago to Man City, and they were walking over the pitch? Remember that game? Who remembers that game?
Yeah, the 1-0 loss under Conte.
1-0 loss, man. That might be Chelsea on the weekend.
That is still one of the most embarrassing performances I've ever
Honestly,
watched.
that was embarrassing, bro.
Shocking.
But it's difficult, man. With Man City, it was an off night. You got to give credit to Sunderland. You know what I mean? They defended for their lives. But listen, Chelsea have got some good players in their team still, man. Cole Palmer is still there. You know, they've got players in there. I know everyone's saying Man City gonna win this game. And
do I need to get a white flag and wave it for you? Do I need to serve tea? Do I serve Steve a cup of tea just to let you know how we're not turning up, how we're not going up there and getting anything? Caicedo's suspended and Cucurella is a doubt. It's not happening. Do you understand?
Who's playing left back?
We don't have a left back, brother.
Gusto, innit?
Yeah, it's cooked, bro. Okay.
I'm gonna have to do something I never thought I'd have to do. But Matisse, be quiet, man. Chelsea boys, listen, shit's against us this weekend, you know. But the Chelsea name, European heritage. You know, we're going up against a team that has embarrassed us as an oil club. You know, they're also a blue. They also wear a shade of blue. Let's show them who the real Blues are, right? Let's show them on Sunday, Chelsea. Like, what are you, man, doing rolling over already? Come on, there's 2 days to go. Brush off the Maresca, you know, the noise. Forget that. Maresca, who? He was managing Leicester not long ago. Forget about him. You got Matisse's uncle in, Blue Peter presenter. Get him in. Through the doors. You see that speech he delivered the other day on all over X? Delivered that in the changing room. Palmer, take the lead from then. You lot go full hog this Sunday, because just like that, reputation can change. Just like that, back in top 4. Just like that, it all makes sense again. Matisse will be at army vest on in less than a week. So Chelsea, keep that blue flag flying high. Don't listen to Matisse. Don't bring out the white flag. This Sunday,
bro, get this guy off my screen, man. Absolutely. Get this guy off my screen.
Yeah.
Absolute harlot, bro.
What the
absolute harlot? What on earth was that?
That was probably one of the lowest points, the lowest moment I've ever been on this show.
Disgusting, bro.
Listen, man, I hear it.
Don't ever let this guy tell anyone they're twerking or whatnot. This guy's disgusting.
This brother's gonna be sitting in front of the Chelsea badge on the weekend.
This is from a team that are telling everyone what they're gonna do, and they're begging. They're begging. He's got the D out for Chelsea.
Turkish. You gonna sit in front of the Chelsea badge? I'm gonna host. That's what we're doing.
No, we're sitting together, bro. You know how this works.
No. I'll host. You sit in front of the Chelsea badge.
How did we beat Liverpool? Together, bro. This is how we're gonna do it. This is how we're gonna do it. Don't forget that wasn't too long ago. Match reaction after. We can do it again. Run it back.
No. It's fine.
The people wanted us to run it back. We're gonna run it back Sunday, people. So don't worry about that.
It's fine.
Where's Robert when we need him, man? Robert, where are you?
Fuck Robert.
Robert's getting attacked right now, man.
I've muted him again. Bro, I've had enough of this guy. This guy said verbatim. This brother said on X, he said, oh, I was never too interested in winning the Carabao Cup anyway. The full focus should be on Champions League football. This brother is throwing 2 legs against Arsenal semi-finals. I've muted him. I'm done. Can't do it anymore. Man is throwing the Arsenal
anyway now.
Man's throwing the Arsenal semi-final. He said, "Well, we're throwing it. It's not that deep."
I'm not into piling on people, yeah, and I don't want to pile on anymore. But if anybody needs to overhaul, man, and get kicked out, or it's Robert Mugabe. Like, he needs to be hounded out, bro. The amount of stuff. No, overthrow Robert Mugabe now, because the shit he chatted to us all summer, and me actually, he came on the calling show
for a while, has it?
Huh?
He's not been here for a while, though, has it?
No, he's gone missing. Of course, he's gone missing, Steve. He's gone missing completely. Elite recruitment, he said. We are elite recruitment. We're going to be the challengers to Arsenal or City, he said, or something else. Forget Liverpool, forget Arsenal, forget everyone else. And he's gone completely missing. I want to know where that elite recruitment is, because it must be in his, I don't know, man. It must be in his head somewhere, because it's not out there on the pitch. Nothing to be seen, nothing to be heard. Overthrow Robert Mugabe. #. But with regards to the title race and the Sunderland result, yeah, man, those nights do happen, but you can't afford to let it happen. And Stephen knows that as well. Inside fine margins, I think this is another season of fine margins. Whereas the only difference is Liverpool are not in it. It's Arsenal instead of Liverpool. Again, I think it's going to be fine margins. But every time this happens, and it happens before an Arsenal game, it will motivate Arsenal even more and more and more, the players and the management and the fans. You could be, is it 8 points clear by the time they play, or is it 7 points clear? 7 points clear. Could be 7 points clear before they play again. And I know it's Chelsea, and we know, we just discussed the shit how Chelsea are, or the situation they're in, but you just never know, man. You just never know. Rodri coming back was massive, but yeah, Sunderland without 7 players, we all thought it was going to be a walkover. Sunderland with all their players would have been a tough game. But I really expected
Sunderland with all their players would have probably tried to have a goal, and we probably would have done it.
They don't play. They play like that. That's their blueprint, man. They play like that all the time. When they came to Anfield as well, and even against Arsenal, that's their blueprint. They do. They concentrate on the long ball and set pieces and counter pressing you. But yeah, City. Yeah, as I said, look, of course they're going to be there or thereabouts. I was totally wrong. I didn't think they're going to be challenging for the title this year, but they are challenging. But as I said, I still think they fall short.
What do you think, Grizz, as someone who's been there, done that, halfway stage? Well, you know, we're on 45, they're on 41. What do you think wins the league? Like, you know, that's often a question every year. Well, what points tally do you think wins the league? It's not a 90-point season, is it?
I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be between 85 and 90. I think so. And I think the difference is, you have to use the experience of finishing third twice for you. I know people are using it against you, that you always finish second, but at some point you have to use it for your fucking advantage and get over the line. And I think your squad depth is going to be absolute key. We've discussed to death about City's squad depth. If Foden gets injured or Haaland gets injured, I genuinely don't see them scoring or creating much. Whereas Arsenal, you've had your injuries, you've had X, Y, Z, you've recruited well. You've spent a lot of money, but you've recruited where you needed it. And for example, without Rice, you've carried on winning. And I thought Rice is pivotal to your team. So I just think you're going to get over the line this year, man.
57 points available. 57 points available from now until the end of the season.
They'll get circa 50. They'll get circa 45 to 50 points, yeah.
Which would mean, yeah, okay.
90, 95 points for us then. Maybe
wow, I don't know about that, man. I think it'll be a bit.
It won't be much lower than 88, 89 points. It won't be much lower than that.
They might win it early. They might win it early, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, let's talk Arsenal now then. Let's get it in, and then when we do predictions, we can knock a few off, because you're right. I mean, injury-wise, look, another one, Declan Rice. You know, it seems that every game, either we go into it, someone.
What is the injury?
Knee injury. Swollen. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a knee injury. But Arteta said, I don't think he'll be back for Bournemouth, but he should be back for Liverpool. That's a big one. I'd probably protect him for that Liverpool.
He needs a rest, man. He needs a rest, man. He's playing every game, man.
Yeah, he's a machine. But it looked like there was a video of him signaling against Brighton. I think 60-something minute that his knee or something. and then he's doing runs from one side of the pitch to the other in the 93rd minute. So there's a bit of mismanagement there as well, if that image is to be believed, or that little video, if he was indicating that about the knee. But yeah, on Grizz's point, we've had to ride through a lot of injuries, and this is the depth that, you know, a lot of us talk about. You know, it's been tested to the very brim in terms of the defense and the attack at times. We had 6 attackers out going into that last international break. Following that international break, we've had like 6 defenders out. So the depth has stepped up because we're top. We got 45 points, and 45 at the halfway stage is a very good tally to accumulate with the injuries. And yeah, we've had our poor patch. And I said last time, if we click and we, you know, take it to Villa and get the ball rolling in terms of riding another wave, because I felt like we fell off our wave against Sunderland and never really found it again. We started winning games, won 5 back-to-back before Villa, but I think we found that wave again. Villa second half, up there with Bayern second half, Newcastle second half, without Rice as well. That's important in a way, because when you look at Rice playing for us, you think he needs to be there, right? And more often than not, he does need to be there. 100%, he's a world-class CM. But it's also good to know that we can win games, big games. Villa's a big game. Big games against big managers, second best manager in the league, Grizz, right? Big games against big managers without Declan Rice. We've shown it without Gabriel. We've shown it without Saliba at points this season too. Saka, we've had to show it with injuries and whatnot. So the depth is doing what the depth needs to do. I just hope for a clean slate in some way, shape or form moving forward, because that win against Villa, immaculate. You know, to smoke them the way we did, even conceding that goal at the end, I wanted that clean sheet. But the way we smoked them, Trossard, our best attacker of the season. Odegaard stepped it up the last couple games for sure, goal and an assist. Those 2 in particular for me were the standouts. Raya makes another save, not as integral as the Brighton one, but everyone's doing what they need to do. To Timber, Zubimendi, beautiful finish. You know, he made that run, and I hope he said to Gyökeres, this is the runs you need to be making. But Jesus comes off the bench, a little swivel of the hips, a touch and a finish. Beautiful stuff. So that's what we need, because do I trust Jesus? We laughed about it before, about me saying Kai needs to come back. The best thing, in my opinion, that happens is Kai comes back in, Jesus starts the next game because he deserves to now, and Gyökeres looks at the situation like, what the hell is going on here? And between those 3 players, fight your way tooth and nail to that number 9 spot, because that will be the best case scenario for us, because I don't see any of them individually scoring 15 from now to the end of the season. But accumulatively, if you take that competition how you should and motivate, then I think we've got more than enough goals there. Listen, we've only scored 37 goals in the first half of the season. That's not a great tally. You double that, what's that? 74. So 74 goals isn't, you know, it's not often league winners that get that amount of goals. It's more 80 plus minimum, or 90 to 100 if we're talking City Liverpool. So we need to get our goals up. But what a way to start new year. 4-1 Aston Villa, humbled, revenge, served cold. 4 points, because I knew City were going to drop points eventually. I know I've been predicting it, and the comments have been laughing about it. It wasn't 2-2. But we've got that 4-point difference now. Chance to make it 7. You know, back-to-back City put pressure on us. We rose above it. Now back-to-back, we've had a chance to put pressure on City. We did. We've got another chance to do it against Bournemouth. They won a game in 10 games. Yes, Semenyo's a threat. Will he play? I don't know. But we should be handling Bournemouth this weekend and making it 7 before the mob on Sunday. So, yeah, happy days over here.
Semenyo is going to play.
He is,
yeah. He is. It was a game of 2 hours. Watkins should have done better in the first half. Should be burying at least one.
No, Gyökeres as well, though. Both of them should have scored.
Yeah.
That's my thing. One big chance each, really.
Yeah, one big chance each. But then second half, he dealt with him. I thought Odegaard was quality. I thought that's the Odegaard of old. Like, just getting in the little pockets.
Played well.
Moving with the ball. That passing to Zubimendi was quality. And I think he just dealt with him, man. He just blitzed him. Was it like goals in a 15, 20-minute spell? Just blitzed them, man.
I think Onana going up at halftime changed it completely.
That was big.
Completely. Because in the first half, he was just running through your midfield.
I wouldn't say changed it completely, because the catalyst for all those goals was the good old Saka Gabriel. I should have mentioned that moment. Do you know how good it feels to have Gabriel back? not just defensively, we seem a lot calmer and smoother in possession from the back, but the set pieces. Listen, we scored like 1 or 2 in the last how many games since Gabriel's been out. So to get that back, and that, listen, at times I got fed up waiting for that set piece to break the deadlock because I wanted to see more in open play. This time, Aston Villa, listen, long may that continue. So I agree, Onana coming off help, because in the first half, the midfield, he was actually probably the pick.
He was running through your midfield.
Pick of the bunch.
Easily.
But the set piece, in my opinion, forced Aston Villa to open up a lot more, and then we picked them off.
The set piece definitely opened up the game, but I felt with Onana in the first half, there was that belief that Aston Villa still had a foothold in the game. When he went off, it's like they lost a foothold.
You're right, but you're right.
Battle. And that for me was the killer, because then Odegaard just
Gabriel and Saliba partnership, because you're right, midfield they were winning the battle, and then when they'd get to the defense,
I agree. Saliba and Odegaard did their job, especially that clearance. It wasn't even offside. I know they gave it as offside, but that was a fantastic clearance from Saliba.
Saliba.
Yeah. So I get your point.
You've been hearing about a lot of the signings of Arsenal. I don't know if maybe it's just me, but I don't know if we've spoken enough about Zubimendi, the signing of Zubimendi, and the influence he's had on this team, man. In a very short space of time, he is controlling the whole pace of Arsenal's team. I know Rice is pivotal, and you guys know what I think of Rice, but Zubimendi has been also good, and maybe not the hero, but maybe not in everyone's eyes, because he doesn't get that. Well, he's got some goals as well, actually, to add to the rest. But now Europe or Premier League is seeing why he was so highly rated and sought after. Like, everyone was like not sure about his pace, about his strength, about his physicality, but he's one of your, the stereotypical Spanish midfielder where the first 5 yards are in his head. He's so good. So I cannot believe.
Would you say he's a Xabi Alonso?
Yeah, he's got quality, and he has shown his quality. I think he has performed the best of all their signings this summer. Yeah. But I do think there have been games where he has been.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah,
he has been passenger-ish, like especially away from home. Like that game, he played well. But there have been games where he has been a bit.
Villa.
I don't know.
What other games were there?
It's not easy, guys. I keep saying the same shit. It's not easy.
I'm not saying it's easy, but
it's his first season.
And you know what it is? Sorry, Grizz. We speak a lot about Gyökeres and Eze and the need for Arteta to change up the attack, right? Zubimendi is a type of midfielder that he needs runners. And I agree with you, Tobes, because there's some games he has looked like a passenger, but in those same games, our transition and attack generally has been poor, slow. And I feel like the best of Zubimendi comes like when the best of Eze comes, when you move the balls into spaces quicker, right? So I think in those games that he was passenger, you're right, he was. But I think overall, the runners around him, it just tactically wasn't set up for him to excel in those games, in my opinion. Now, there's onus on him, but he's been our best player for sure in terms of the signing.
Yeah, 100%. The thing is with him, I will actually say, like, Spurs are crying out for a midfielder like that can just get the ball anywhere on the football pitch and can just play it quick, left foot, right foot, play it, spray the ball with both feet. We don't have that. Not many. Only the best teams in the league have those type of midfielders where they can actually pop the ball across all areas in the pitch and play the ball in the risky areas in the pitch. That's the biggest thing. It's one thing to pass the ball, but it's another thing to pass the ball where there's a lot of congestion and find people in between the lines. So that's the thing I'll give him. But I think if we're looking at his seasons in totality, he's been good, very good. I'm not going to say, oh, he's been like amazing, 10 out of 10. That's all I'm saying.
I think he's brilliant. I think he's the best signing by a mile. I think he does all the jobs that nobody wants to do. He goes around that midfield, putting fires out, getting Arsenal going when he needs to, popping up with the odd goal. And he's not that kind of player where he's that good that sometimes you don't notice he's that good, because his level is always consistently good. You know what I mean? Them Spanish players have a knack of that where you just take it for granted that he's going to play a certain level. So that's when you know he's good, because he's not up and down, up and down, up and down. He's consistently thereabouts. And like you say, you just take it for granted because you know you don't have to worry about him. He's going to be there turning up. And I thought the other night against Villa, he was brilliant. I've seen him this season. I think he's a fantastic player, and he's only going to get better because it's his first season. You know what I mean? He's only going to get better when they start adding players around him that can complement him. That's when you'll start noticing him. But if you watch him, just watch him for one game, he's so underrated. He's so underrated. Let everybody else take the limelight. Let everybody be watching Gyökeres. Everyone be watching Saka, see what they're doing, talking all that shit. And he's just doing the business. But I guarantee if you ask any player of the opposition team coming off the pitch who was the best player on the pitch, I bet you a lot of them will say him, because they're realising before they know it, he's on him. Bang, the ball's snatched, gone. You know, where's he found that pass from? You know, like that. And they're the players that kill you. When you're watching the game, you don't seem to notice it. But I think at the end of the season, everyone will be talking about him.
He makes the ball move. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some players that move to the ball, and he lets the ball move, man. He just takes the game very simple, lets the ball do all the work, and just keeps it coasting and keeps it going. So I think people forget this is his debut season. He's going into a position that's incredibly difficult to play. Do you know what I mean? That sixth position in this league is it's the anchor. Exactly.
You've got to have intelligence to play it.
The level of IQ to be there.
You've got to have it. Yeah, you've got to. All top teams have got someone like that. If you don't have someone like that, your whole team doesn't run. It doesn't run.
Yeah, I agree.
All the best DMs of recent times have taken at least a season to get used to that DM. And this is his first 100%. Season. Bear that in mind. The likes of Rodri,
like the league player when he first came.
The Fabinho was just as bad. Now you've got Zubimendi who's come in and taking it to a duck like water.
What Steve said there. So I know Matisse might want to continue about his ball winning. You know, we all knew the smooth footballer in the middle. We all know what his strengths are in terms of on the ball and how he dictates. But his ball winning, his aggressiveness, like you add that to it, and on the tactical stuff. Think how much Odegaard's been injured this season, right? So I think Odegaard needs to move away from him a bit. Odegaard, you know, last season, the season before, liked to drop deep a lot to get the ball. Right now, he's getting into a lot of Zubi spaces. It's okay. But once they start finding the right kind of structure in terms of that free there, because I think Rice is good what he's doing, but Odegaard needs to pull out a little bit more to the final third, because now we've got that player in Zubi that you don't need to come collect. That guy's a general there and collecting. So you move a bit, and then that creates a bit more space, and we should be seeing an even better Zubimendi. He's got 3 goals, 1 assist. You know, for a CM, a deep line playmaker or DM, whatever you want to call him, I'm very happy with those numbers.
He's playing every game as well. He's not missed any games really I can think of. He's got clocked up most minutes in the midfield in the league.
Probably, yeah, actually, off the top of my head.
He definitely has, yeah, because everyone else has been rotated. Like, obviously, Rodri, Gonzalez, Caicedo's been suspended, McAllister, Gravenberch. Nobody, Rice is now injured. No one's clocked up more minutes than him in there.
Let's do the Arsenal, City, and whatever Chelsea super chats have come in and make some predictions on the game. Sorry. After we lost, says Joe, Mikel congratulated the Villa players while Unai goes hiding and comes up with a bullshit excuse. If the roles were reversed, yeah, I mean that was quite weird from him.
He's petty, man.
But what was his problem though? Like,
he has a habit of doing that. He's done it a few times now. Unai Emery.
Whatever. Second best manager in the league. City's arses fell out to Sunderland's B team. Xhaka rolled Big Steve into a spliff. Bro went from Blue Megamind to Shrek. Turkish. I don't blame Toby using hand signs. Anything is. I could have saved this for Tottenham. Anything is better than watching the pathetic performances from Spuds, Chelsea, Liverpool, or the Citizens. Also, did you watch Hamza blaming the cold weather for City's draw?
Yeah, that was nasty.
No, I haven't. Was he serious though?
Bro, yeah, I don't know, man. With Hamza,
you can't tell with Hamza, man. You don't know what.
You can't tell with Hamza, man. But yeah.
Move says Pep should have used a breathalyzer before the Sunderland game. Like how he checked their weight after Christmas. Everyone was hungover. 3-0-0. Yeah, yesterday, and a 1-1, all draws. Now, Turkish, ain't no way this is how 2026 is starting off. Oh yeah, that was over an hour ago. Forgot about that now. I'm not one to look at media, says To Be Real TV, but how come City's draw to Sunderland is quote good to get a point, but when Arsenal drew, it's you need to win these games. Media narrative can sometimes be crazy, but media media narrative is based off of clicks and hype. That's why there is a certain level of onus on us not to draw ourselves into, you know, into that click, 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 click. Oh my God, they're getting onto us. Click, click, click. Oh my God, Steve said this. Click, 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 click. Take it easy, be confident, ride the waves. We're going to win the league this year. It's okay. And when we do, you know, all will be well. Big super chat from Save the System. And I've noticed actually in the comment section, not just this one, but last one, there is a lot of love from the Indian side of the world. So big up from Mumbai, says Save the System. India, Turks, the day you mentioned that you left AFTV gave me the confidence to leave the company I worked for over 7 years now. I started my own marketing company with a few trusted folks, and we just signed our first big client. Thank you for the confidence. Big up, man. Don't thank me for anything, bro. I ain't done nothing.
Quality,
I ain't done nothing.
Well done.
That's big. That's better. In this world now, the way social media is, and at our palms and fingertips, we've got the World Wide Web and marketing platforms for absolute nothing. This is the time to try, test your luck, you know. Not necessarily take a risk and leave a company that you've been for 7 years. It's worked out for you, but on the side, everyone should be trying to do something, because especially in England, you mean one form of income is nowhere near enough. So big up, take the risk, and hopefully it continues working out for you. On to the next client, my guy. On to the next client. Here's another one from Pratam saying, finally managed to catch one live, as it's always around 2-3 a.m. in India. Big up, man. Yeah, when I was in Singapore as well and Hong Kong, a couple of people there were saying, listen, the timings, they don't work for us, but I'm glad that this one's working out for a lot of people over on the Asian side. Shabby says, Arsenal drew to Sunderland with the last kick to a full strength team. City drew to Sunderland's B team and could not score with 2+ XG. The Arsenal hate is real.
Fucking hell, everyone's got like this complex, like everyone hates Arsenal, innit? Is it you need to get over it, man. Fuck me, the press are against you. Everyone's they bring it on themselves. Dickheads like this sending these daft chats. That's why everyone's on him. He spent about 15 quid and talked a lot of bullshit.
He might have got what he wanted there, though, man. This is how the game goes.
This is it.
Let me see. First, what's this one on? No, I'll save that for Grizz. I think that's for him. More love there. There's a few strikers there. Let me see. Top 3 deluded Arsenal fans moments. Ty blaming the rain, blaming the Queen's death for losing the league, and saying Danny Welbeck is better than Salah. Well, Ty didn't say all those things.
This is why people get onto Arsenal things, because of this mad shit.
Yeah, but look, Hamza just blamed the. What did he blame?
Hamza, who the fuck's Hamza, man? Come on.
Yeah, but that's your team.
The last time I seen Hamza, he was chasing Pep Guardiola outside a hotel with a list of transfer targets. If you people seriously on this fucking planet take people like that serious, you need to give your head to fucking wobble or sort your life out, because I'm telling you, the day you start believing fucking Hamza is the day the fucking world ends. Let me tell you that. You know what I mean? Let me tell you that, people. Come on.
Oh,
Hamza, when Steve's away, you're getting the call.
Yeah, Hamza, yeah, I was going to say Steve's replacement.
Bring him. I'm away next week in Dubai, so bring him.
Oh, yeah.
Bring him.
Shout at me. Big up. It says Turkish ask Baby Shark where his big brothers went. Didn't see them yesterday. Steve said Villa 2-1, then City go and drop points. Head top slapped. Rico says, let's talk Arsenal, then end the stream. Gunners for life. We've talked Arsenal, but we've got a lot of predictions to make. So yeah, hold tight, people. Like, hype, subscribe. 9.3k in the building. Big numbers for such an early show. So love for the love, man. Appreciate that a lot, man. Pavan says, the sooner that Dusty Armani realizes success under the Roman era is the exception and not the norm, he will heal. We got little old Chelsea back. These things happen. Arsenal dropped points to Sunderland as well. It was a good little splash about. We'll take it on the fin and go for a swim.
That's actually hilarious.
Take it on the fin is brilliant. Man said take it on the fin.
I like that.
Let's super chat 2026. Let's super chat 2026.
Yeah, we're going to run with that one. Take it on the fin.
We'll do super chat of the month, and at the end of the year, we'll do super chat of the year. Max says Rodri was sensational when he came on. Yeah, I mean, when he came on. Tough game, we move. Everyone will drop points. Even Arsenal will crap in the first half. We do need Rodri, though. Hopefully you're good, Max. That Brodbury guy, Definitely he's Fofo. You see that miss in the first half?
Yeah, Brian Bob. He's a handful physically, but he just
he bullied. He said he bullied Big Gabby. In that moment, Diaz was flying, bro. Just finish it, bro.
I know.
And then now he sat Ruben Diaz on the floor. If he could improve his finishing, what a player. Is it safe to say Arsenal are the biggest bottlers in the history of the Premier League if they fail to win the title this season? Big up to the panel for all the amazing content. Let it happen. We'll discuss. Hope Spurs go for Royce. Props to Brobby. Bullied every top centre back in the Prem. Hopefully not our Tobes. Farioli needs to be our next manager. He's at Porto.
I don't know who Royce is. Farioli, I'm not really watching Porto, but
Royce is the Sunderland keeper.
Sunderland keeper. He's been a revelation, man.
Yeah, that's Sunderland
what
keeper.
signing
is that his name? Oh,
yeah.
Herbert says, Big Steve, allow us to be whatever we want to be. Focus on City. If Arsenal fans want to be giddy, allow us, brother, please.
Listen, you can be whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You just come on here and tell me I'm rattled. I'm absolutely calm. I'm looking at the comments every week talking about me. You're only tuning in to see me. So keep sending the super chats. You know what I mean? Keep sending them in. You know what I mean? I'm getting a pay rise. It's 2026. Me and Turkish need to talk.
Slow down with the super chats, people. Slow down with the super chats. Momo says, sad keeping Steve true. Honest with these imaginary Arsenal fans talking. Just say we lost and keep it moving. It's okay to like your rivals dropping points.
Of course it is.
City won't be there in May. Time the game in April comes around, Arsenal will be miles ahead. Steve, living in the past, City ain't half the team they were, and Arsenal squad depth is there now. That one's from TJ. Riding a wave. Arsenal have rode OG waves and haven't looked good in recent weeks either. The irony, and now a twerk for Chelsea Sunday. By Big Steve's logic, he can give it the big uns every week. Talking shit. Now we should just shut up. This guy is arrogant as fuck he is.
Thanks for the £5. Send another $5.
It's
scruff.
He got that last bit in. I am out $15 short, but you are welcome, Big Six. I rattled Steve to send £5. Big up everyone. You lot are the only creators I regularly follow. Love for the love. Come on, Shabby.
See, this guy sent £15. Be more like this guy. You know what I mean? At least he's got his money where his mouth is. Little $2 super chats calling people rattled.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yes. Sorry. I remember this. This was actually the Bowley stuff, innit? Suit and the money gun. We need that. Skull. Get those images back. Man. There's something we can do with that.
Interesting.
In 2026. Happy New Year, says Dan. To the Mandem and everyone in the chat. Love for the love. Question. What's a dream player you'd sign at your club for New Year's? PS Bun Chelsea. Dream player. I mean
Yamal.
Yeah, you're talking Yamal here, and I mean that's
Yamal, Mbappe, like what?
Yeah. I never wanted Gyökeres, so I had low expectations. However, I didn't expect his off-the-ball movement to be so bad, says Triple O. That's why he isn't getting any service. And TMB adds, Arteta is still at the Emirates waiting patiently for his handshake. Big up the panel, says Gutam. 11 long throw goals this season. City have 0 set-piece goals. Would Semenyo add that edge when games are tight, Steve? 0 set-piece goals?
No, we have. Guardiola scored off a corner the other week.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I see. Guardiola, that flick that nearly went in the second half. Yeah, that was
mad.
That was mad.
That was like a scorpion kick, that, innit?
Yeah, like it was just a weird one. Like
it was that Savinho miss was poor.
Yeah. He back to back, innit? 2 in 5 minutes.
And I don't think he's injured. I think he missed the second one and his arse dropped out.
Yeah, a lot of players do that, you know.
Yeah. Take me out of the limelight.
Yeah.
Man Meat says, first ever super chat. Big up the best footy panel on YouTube. From top host Turkish to the SAEEDisms, the GRIZZ lighting, Roid Raging, Toby, and fellow Blue Big Steve. Love for the love. Happy New Year. Big up, Man Meat. Hope you and family are all well, man. That your little one there. Come on. Big up, man. Let's be honest. The conversation should have never been Rice versus Caicedo. It's Zubi versus Caicedo, and Zubi's not that far away and way less reckless. Caleb, Liverpool fan. Then let me save that one. Hamza versus Big Steve, the rivalry we didn't know we needed. 2026, make it happen.
Nah, he's not a rival, man. He's a good guy, but like you say, he's crazy, isn't it, man? You just gotta let him. He was running around outside that hotel that day, and I was just like, I thought I was getting filmed off. I thought I was getting filmed off like one of them them secret things where they like wind you up. I thought this guy. I thought I'm part of some show here. There's a guy running around with a pad with names on it, giving it to Pep, and I thought I'm not getting involved in this. You know what I mean? I'm not getting involved in it.
Oh, damn.
Steve, talk on Haaland. He's been quiet a couple of games. And Turkish, watch Haaland and take a look at Gyökeres. They're moving the same way as strikers, just that Haaland is generational and has elite movement. Yeah, I just want one thing. One thing I want moving forward. We don't need to rouse Steve up. It doesn't take much, right? So putting Gyökeres and Haaland even in the same super chat. Let's just moving forward from game week 20 onwards. Let's just refrain, because I can already see the blood pressure rising on Steve, and it's already nearly 2 hours. We don't need it. We don't need it. Okay,
it's low level. I feel like I need to go to North London. Right?
You don't need to. I'm
going. Take me to a primary school in North London. Let me sit on the mat in front of all the kids and let the kids talk to me about Arsenal, because this is what I'm dealing with here. This is what I'm dealing with here. You know what I mean? This is the level of IQ. This is like the whole fan base is calling me rattled while they're sending £500 worth of super chats to tell me I'm rattled. And the scruffy ones in the chat that can't afford a super chat, they're telling me I'm rattled. They're putting sharks in the chat. He might as well be my show. Everyone might as well fuck off. Just put me on the big screen here and let's have an Arsenal Man City dance off. You know what I mean? Right? Listen, you've won fuck all. Yeah, you've won fuck all in the last 20 years. Yeah,
don't give him the stage, man. Steve might say something that we won't have a
zero. Right?
Fuck it.
You're 4 points clear. You're 4 points clear. There's been no trophies dished out, and you're getting excited. You need to calm yourselves down. Because we've done all this before. Yeah, we've done all this before. You've ended up crying in your bedroom, telling your mum and dad you don't want to come out and that Man City's won the league. We've been down that road before. This year, you might have a chance of winning something and you might be able to celebrate it. But until then, keep pipe down, chill out, relax. Yeah, keep sending the super chats. I'm going to Dubai next week and I need some more dough. I'm getting a yacht off the Sheikh and I'm going to sit there with my belly out and get a suntan on your dough. Well, thank you for
that. and we made it. And we made it through that one. People like, hype, subscribe. The show continues. Let me see where we're at with super chat. This is the issue, Steve. Stop. You don't take Hamza serious as a City fan because of the childish things he says, but you're taking the opinion of a few idiot Arsenal fans. They are Arsenal Hamzas too. Maintain the same energy and ignore.
A few.
I mean, we have a fair few. The flip side to come in second 3 years in a row is they've gained experience and the hunger they have. I'm sure nobody wants it more than our players. Well, we have to show that. And Careless says, Big Steve, you are a treble winner. Let them chat shit. On the other hand, man like SAEED, big up your thing, my guys. Come on. And that's the last one on Arsenal, City, and Chelsea. Let's keep it like that because we're going to do predictions now. I mean, let me update you on the table. It was a terrible week. I mean, the top point scorers were me, SAEED, and GRIZZ with 2 points. Steve got none, and Matisse and TOBS got 1. So that's how the table looks at this moment in time.
Jeez.
Hello.
Yeah. GRIZZ extended his lead. He's 1 point.
Yeah, hey.
Hello.
Breathing room for GRIZZ.
That Steven Gerrard meme. Come on, let's go.
SAEED. Bournemouth Arsenal. Let's start with that one.
Bournemouth Arsenal. I'm gonna go 2-0 Arsenal.
2-0. I'm going 3-0. Matisse.
2-0 Arsenal.
Steve.
3-0 Arsenal.
GRIZZ.
2-0 Arsenal.
And TOBS.
God, I can't say the same result as these, man. I need to try and get. But I don't actually think Arsenal are going to concede. This is the problem. This is the problem.
Menyo might just get a little break and
yeah, he might get, yeah. I was gonna go 3-1.
Say 3-1. Say 3-1. I'll give you 3-1.
I'll go 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1. Cool. Man City, Chelsea, SAEED.
Man City, Chelsea. I'm gonna go Manchester City to win 3-1.
3-1. I'm gonna go Matisse. No. You're gonna do this, right?
Yeah.
2-2. 2-2.
No.
You've given me the hope, man.
No.
Matisse, go on. What's your prediction? I've gone 2-2.
3-1 City.
Come on, man. Steve.
3-0 City.
3-0. GRIZZ.
3-0 City.
3-0. And TOBS.
3-1 City.
3-1. Cool. That's predictions done for them. And in terms of the remaining games, I mean, Tottenham have Sunderland at home, Liverpool have Fulham away, United travel to Leeds. SAEED, let's go to you. That's the tastiest game in terms of, you know, rivalry and everything. And you're currently what? You're currently 4th or 5th in the league.
No, it's a joke, man. I don't know how we're there, but yeah, we're there. We're still thereabouts for the top 5, top 4 race, whatever you want to call it, man. Yeah, man. You can see, man, Jamal's back in it, man, because he just drew to the worst.
I told you get your hair out of that hat, didn't I? I told you
straight away.
Yeah, you saw it coming, Steve, and I hate you for that, man.
Well, this guy's head's going to be cold. He's going to go through a bad patch. I might as well warm him up.
Bro, I can't lie, man. It's embarrassing, man. They're the worst team in the league we'll probably ever see, man. But they've managed to get a point out of us, man. It's embarrassing. And you know what? To be fair, if you watch the game, they probably deserve to win it. You know, they had a couple of chances. Le Mans saved us in the end. It's just embarrassing, man, guys. Like, I mean, you beat Newcastle, right? 1-0. You go with a 4-2-3-1. You know what I mean? Dorgu plays on the right. United are looking a bit all right. They're looking a bit more functional. Things are looking decent. Okay, cool. Second half, we had to sit back. But you think to yourself, you know what? Don't change it. But then he's adapting to Wolves, guys. He's taken off Xerxes. Listen, you might all say he's rubbish. I get it. But, brother, you bring it on Jack Fletcher. You know what I mean? Because apparently they're doing more in midfield, and you know what I mean, he wants more legs in midfield. What's wrong with this guy, bro? Like, how are you adapted to the worst team in the league, bro? He's just a confused guy, bro. And ultimately, I don't know how he's still here. That Maresca news has made me even more infuriated because I'm like, Maresca's left before Amrin. How many more managers leave before Amrin? You know what I mean? I'm sure we'll talk about Thomas Frank soon. He might leave before Amrin. It's just jarring. We got one of the most informed teams in the league right now. I mean, they're unbeaten in 6. And it's a big rivalry. If you don't know, the War of the Roses. You know, we hate each other. This is a proper rivalry. You know what I mean? And it's like they saved players for us. They rested players for Man United because they thought, you know what, Man United is an easier game, so we'll rest them for that one. It's just embarrassing. We've got no players returning back. The manager said it today, and I really, really, for me, it's got to the point now where it's like top 4's become a joke this year. It's within distance, but do we deserve it? Sometimes I'm like, you know what, let Sunderland have
every year.
Yeah, it's a joke, but sometimes I'm like, you know what, give it Sunderland, man, because they deserve it. But obviously, it don't work like that. But I'm just like, we generally right now are a shambles, bro. Like, our home record is awful. But again, it wouldn't surprise me if Man United go to Leeds and get a positive result. It wouldn't surprise me. Every time I feel like, oh, you know what, man, I've written off this team. They go out and do something crazy. Like, I'd expect them to beat Newcastle. They want to win 1-0. So, I don't know, man. It's embarrassing. We haven't got players, so I can excuse that, but I still can't excuse the fact that you can't beat Wolves, who are the worst team on record we've seen. So yeah, it's just embarrassing, bro. That's all I can say, really. And players have to perform. You know what I mean? There are players in the team that need to step up. Cunha, Sesko. I mean, Sesko should have scored. I don't think he had a bad game, but again, you can't be praising good performances. And he goals. So it's a bit mad right now, man. So we're gonna have to just wing our way through a very, very mad atmosphere. It's gonna be mad. They're gonna be up for it, and they're gonna want to win. If they can beat Man United, that's a big scout for their manager Fuck. So yeah, not
They're in good
confident.
form.
Again, they're gonna surprise me, and I just know it. So
They're in good form, Leeds. You're playing
They're in
them at
good
the wrong
form,
time. Playing them at the wrong time.
yeah.
They've got a good
It's
system the
embarrassing.
way they set up. You don't mind leaving Calvin Lewin out for a bit away from home till the last 20 minutes, and he brings him on. He's a handful. Done it at City. Done
Mate,
it
his
at
movement's
Anfield.
ridiculous. His movement right now.
He's managing minutes because he knows he can't play him every week. He's injury prone. He can't play him every week, so he's getting the best out of him. So he's doing all right. But Leeds, Ellen Road, 12:30 kickoff. Jeez, Man United. Yeah, the atmosphere is going to be wild. It's going to be wild there.
Yeah, it's mad. I've got nothing else to say. I'm just deliver, because if you lose, I think if United were to lose that game, yeah, I think even the staunch like Amarin inners would be like, you know, I'm talking about the match going fans and the top Reds and the guys like that. You lose to Leeds, which is unforgivable. It's one of them ones where like, wow, come on, mate, you embarrassed us in front of Leeds.
I'm surprised they haven't turned already.
I think they realize that, you know what, we're still in the top 5 race. We're still in, you know, we're still there and thereabout. That's the problem, though. People are looking at it.
It's a bad way to look at it, and we'll touch on that when we
saying.
see on Spurs. But yeah, it's a bad way to look at it, man. It really is. They're
It's
judging it
result-based
based on
analysis.
how bad the top 4, top 5 race is, rather than his actual performance.
Is Bruno still injured?
Yeah. I mean, he said that there's one training session tomorrow, which he might, but he said he gave the indication that they're not going to be back. Bruno, no Dillit, no Maguire, no Mason Mount. You know what I mean? No, obviously, Mbumo and Thingy are an AFCON. So, yeah, man, I need South Africa needs man to do the job, man. Big up Bafana. You know what I mean? I need who else is playing Cameroon? Burkina Faso. Come on, man. Get our boys home, man. Because boy, hey, it ain't easy right now. It's peak.
Yorkshireman says Daniel Fox, Leeds are going to finish Amarim and United. Hashtag MOT. And I think that was it on United. Can't be. Surely I saw Saeed's name somewhere. Let me quickly just scroll up. No, actually, it might be. That actually might be it. No, that is actually no. We got a nice one here from Voice of Stadium TV saying, "Love for the love. I'd like to say thank you to Saeed for supporting. 1 sub to 100 subs, almost there. Turkish, come on, you gunners, big up to the panel. You know what this means, people? Subscribe. Get him. You know, he's showing love here on the Big Six, and hopefully, you show him some love as well, people. But yeah, let's do predictions. Leeds United, Saeed.
I mean, I would normally say this is a loss, but again, I think United will surprise me. So I'm going to go 2-2.
What a surprise. I'm going to go 1-1. Matisse.
2-1 Leeds.
Steve?
4-1 Leeds.
Yo, man, don't do that to me, man.
4-1. Grizz.
2-1 Leeds.
2-1. And Tobes.
1-1.
1-1. Cool. Few draws. No United wins and a 4-1 in there from Steve. Tobes, Tottenham, Sunderland, good team, strong, halfway through. They deserve to be there. But you've lost a legend, man. Another big player has moved on and found pastures new. Another one that's got a moment that's so close to your heart. And when you list off big moments as a Tottenham fan, he will always be there in the top 3 to 5. Along with Lucas Moura, Ajax, and Daniel Levy in the last 20, 30 years. But first, Brendan Johnson, I mean, any final words? You know, big player, big part of your history.
Thanks for the goals. Off you pop.
If you don't use that money now to come and get Savinho from us, it's going to be cool.
Thank you for the goals. Off you pop. A nice try. Nice try for
Savinho to Tottenham. Here we go.
I don't think your club want to sell him, man. And to be honest, I think the amount you're going to want for Savinho, I think, even though I do think he's a good player, I think we should try and go elsewhere. Get someone who's a bit more experienced, ready. I think 35 million for Johnson, that pays off what we had left to pay to Nottingham Forest anyway. So that nets that off. And I think now we just need to go and reinforce the left-hand side. Like, if I'm Spurs, if you're serious, go and throw big money at Ndai's face. Go to Everton, say Ndai, we want you at Tottenham. Go and throw big money at his face and get him playing left wing for Tottenham.
How much were you willing to spend?
65, 70 million. And to be honest, that's if it costs more, I don't give a shit. I actually don't, because there's no player we're gonna sign that can genuinely improve us on the flanks. That is gonna be, we're gonna get him at the right price. No, especially in January, we're gonna have to overpay. So if we're gonna overpay, let it be for someone who's doing the business like now. So
is he doing the business? Money.
Now, trust me, he's a baller.
Yeah.
Is he though?
Yeah.
No, Steve, trust me, he's a baller, man.
He is, and he's a name. I'm not saying, oh my God, he's my number one target, but he's a name. If I look at what he could do for us right now versus Savinho, I've watched him, and he's all right, but I wouldn't be throwing 70 million at him.
That's the market.
You want us to throw 70 million at Savinho?
Yeah, just because I want to take the piss. Savinho's worth about 20 quid.
But my point is, I think this is where they need to earn their money and like go and get us a player that can genuinely.
Have you watched that Diomande, TOBS?
He looks good, but again,
he's 19.
You know what it is, Saeed? 19 years old. 19 years old coming to the Prem. Like this, bro. If in an ideal world, if we already had our left side patterned, and we had so much money to spend, like money coming out of our ears, and you said, bring me Diomande, I'd be like, okay, cool. Yeah, this kid, he looks cold. One for the future. But we need someone to come in and bang straight away.
Would you take Raheem Sterling?
No, I wouldn't. Sterling's done.
Done. Yo, this ain't no charity, man.
I wouldn't. And just on the point on the manager as well.
Players like that who are out in the cold, they need something to prove, man. He might just come and bang somewhere.
Nah, man. I know you obviously. I don't know if you're probably bantering, but nah, no, thank you.
He's certainly available. He's not in the plans, so you can.
I just think for us, like we need to make a decision. Like we need to stop signing prospects and neglecting the first team ready players, and then on the manager, we need to make a decision soon. We need to make a decision soon, and we need to make a decision fast, because everyone looks at the table. If I looked at the table, Spurs are only 4 points off top 4. Oh, it's not that bad. But then you watch Tottenham play. Then you look at the underlying metrics. Did anyone watch the game yesterday? Did anyone have any time to watch the game yesterday?
You know what it is, Mandem, yeah? Normally, I'd agree with what you're saying, Steve, and give him time. But bro, they play horrible football, man. Like it's garbage. Like, and I get it, like there's not enough maybe talent there, but bro, they're so bad. And I'm shocked, because I'm like, what the hell, man, has gone wrong there with Thomas Frank? Because I'm like, is this what he is? What I've seen at maybe Brentford is maybe what he was probably limited as. Yeah. He's Tottenham and he's
Saeed, yesterday was Brentford v Brentford.
Yeah,
it was like watching the Guinness version of Thomas Frank versus the Danish pastry version of Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank with Guinness versus Thomas Frank. That's what it was yesterday. Genuinely, bro. It was so bad. It was so bad. I've had to basically. I've said to I was meant to be going Bournemouth away on Wednesday. Evening kickoff. I've never been to the Vitality Stadium. I thought, you know what? Why not? I've just told my friend today straight. I said, bro, I'm not going. I'm not. Even if we win, I'm not wasting my time traveling to Bournemouth on a Wednesday evening to watch that. I've never in my is following Tottenham. I've never ever gone to an away game and the away manager has been booed by the away fans. Our away fans are loyal. We are loyal to the soil. Loyal. And they booed him, bro. I was actually shocked. But when you look at the performances, and the comments, I can understand it. He's toast. He is toast. We need to get new players fast But most importantly, we need to deal with this managerial situation because it's not going to get better with this guy. He's
Would
not
you take
it.
Maresca?
If he hadn't managed Chelsea, I would. But the problem is I can't do ex-Chelsea managers. If you ask me the fundamentals I need from a coach, Maresca, I would take him. But he's managed Chelsea. It's tainted the record now. It's tainted.
Chelsea haven't got a problem taking ex-Tottenham managers.
It's tainted.
Yes, we do. Who have we taken as ex-Tottenham? Apart from Poch, just one. They've taken VS Boas. They've took VS Boas, Mourinho, Conte. Who else?
That's what I mean.
They love it.
It's like a weird thing. You both took each other's managers, so it's not like
we fucked up only one time, just once. They always do it.
I can't wait to get back into this, to be honest.
You were taking ex-United players, Steve.
Probably not going to win the game, to be honest. And if we do, it's going to be a slog. So
yeah, listen, we'll take them players, mate. We were shit.
They were bad at the time. You know
Schmeichel, Andy Cole, you know what I mean? So
yeah, loads of them.
Loads.
Should we do predictions?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're a liar when you say your away fans don't boo like that, though. But
no, I'm talking about a manager. When was the last time? When
your away fans booed Ange Postecoglou and your away fans booed Nuno Espirito. I remember both times.
When did they boo Ange Postecoglou?
It might have been. Did you lose to Bournemouth last year?
I think it was Everton game.
We lost to Bournemouth away last year, 1-0 or something like that.
We lost to Bournemouth, yeah.
No, they did boom. Toby's right. I remember that Everton game.
So he came to the fans and they
booed
him.
He got booed. He got booed.
Fulham game as well. Nuno Espirito, he got booed as well.
Yeah. It was all over the sky, man. It was all over when he fell out. Do you remember when he reacted? Yeah. When he reacted.
I agree.
My bad. Sorry then. Apologies, I forgot. Okay, but then I'll take back what I said.
Maybe this soon, though. Maybe this soon.
Fans not booing managers, but then I'll change it to look at the managers that they booed. Look at the managers that they booed: Nuno Espirito Santo, Ange Postecoglou, and now Thomas Frank. What's the common denominator?
They all booed.
Man got jokes. Man got jokes. Okay, no problem.
Hey. Yes, Swag. I'll ask. It's all well. It's going to be underway this coming week. We're going to get it in the post. My bad. But it's all ready to go. Selling Brennan Johnson while keeping crap like Tell and Odegaard is exactly why Spurs win F4 wouldn't have even won the Europa League without him.
Idiots. It's so stupid.
Now it makes sense, says TMB. Savvy faked injury to avoid going to Spurs. Mad.
Our players do that, you know. Lindelof's been doing that for years until he actually left. Get injured before they actually leave, man. It's crazy.
And Brennan Johnson, 20 goals last season, all comps, 35 million. Savinho, how many goals? Must be a ton of players who bang in about 20 goals. This will be another TOBS howler.
Yeah, sure it is. People love doing this, inflating his stats. He scored 18 goals, but then it's 20 goals, 25 goals. If he was so good and scored all these goals, why is it only Crystal Palace, Everton, Bournemouth? Why is it clubs that are inferior to Tottenham in size that are coming in for him? Why aren't clubs better than Tottenham coming in for him?
Always take the bait. Always. Yeah? Why?
No, I'm taking it from this guy because this guy's always in my YouTube comments. Always chatting shit, bro. Always in my YouTube comments. I recognize the handle. Just waffling, bro.
Hey, someone make DJ a mod.
Waste man. Absolute waste man.
I wanna know when he's in the chat. Big him up. Big valued member of the community. Love him. All right, cool. That's it on Tottenham. Predictions, Saeed.
Who you playing, TOBS?
Sunderland.
Sunderland at home. Poor man. I swear down, bro. Sunderland not great at home, but then Tottenham are not great. I'm gonna go 1-0 Spurs.
1-0 Spurs. I'm gonna go 1-1. Matisse.
2-2.
Steve?
Is it at Tottenham?
Yeah.
1-1.
GRIZZ?
1-0 Spurs.
Oh, sake, man.
TOBS?
You know, I can't say 1-0 or 1-1 now, can I? Oh,
You won, boss.
Of course you can, man. It's not 19 game
I
weeks
know
to
you
go,
want, I know
man.
you want to copy me.
2-1 Tottenham.
2-1. All right, cool. Some draws, some wins for Tottenham. No wins for Sunderland. All right, let's move. Fulham, Liverpool. That's the last one on the agenda. I mean, Grizz.
Nice, well done, man. You timed it well. 2 hours show. It's getting dark outside. There's a cloud outside. There's a cloud outside. And
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, Liverpool section in it. Here we go. But yeah, there's not much to talk about Liverpool and who was it? Leeds. I knew it's going to be tough, but I didn't know it's going to be this tough, and I didn't know we're going to be this rough. It was a rough watch. I have to say that was the worst performance from my point of view of the season. Like what I saw Liverpool play at home. Anyway, away we've been worse, but at home that was the worst. It was disgusting. Not a man, player stood up, and everyone deserves every bit of criticism, and including the manager. But as I said, we're unbeaten in 8 now. I'll be very surprised if we remain unbeaten in 10. I'll be very, very surprised. Fulham away, Arsenal away in the next 2. If we come out of that unbeaten in 10, Lord have mercy on this Premier League if that's the case. That's all I'm saying, because we're not remotely good, yet we're 4th. And it's unbelievable how we're 4th at the moment. But long may it continue, man. At the moment, I'd fluke or bad luck or good luck or whatever way you want to put it into the Champions League spots, because this has been a very humbling season so far. And I think it's going to continue to be humbling. Every week we're going to be patchy. We're going to have good spells. We're going to have bad spells. At the moment, we're in a weird spell where we're not playing good at all. In fact, we're playing atrociously, yet we're unbeaten in 8. And as I said, Fulham away, Arsenal away, that record I expect to break. I don't think we're going to remain unbeaten in 10. But yeah, that's as far as the Liverpool thing goes, man. Fulham away, our record ain't great there. It's just not great, and I'm not confident.
Yeah, that was a stink fest, I tell you that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's kind of mad because I mean, Isak's long-term injury. Who else is long-term injury for Liverpool? Anyone else? Leone, but come on, man, it's not as if they're going to use him. But there's not many players.
No one else long-term.
Hey,
no one else long-term. No one else long-term.
It's mad to think that they play that sort of football. Salah away, yeah, cool. But it's mad to play. You're playing that sort of football when there's not many key players out. You've got the structure, your spine, your squad, but yet the way you're playing football, man, is so. It's awful.
It's not. Our squad. I've told you, our squad ain't as strong or depth.
Your 11 is strong.
We had a right back playing right wing, and a number 10 playing left wing.
He looks better at right wing.
And,
he looks better right wing.
And we're used to Salah and Firmino and Bobby up front, Salah, Mane and Bobby up front. So the downfall has been crazy. Suddenly we're watching Rio come on.
But hold on, you got Florian Wirtz, mate, who's a potential world-class player.
Who's a number 10? I just told you he's playing out on the left wing. So when you take out the goals. Oh, whatever, man. You're not going to let me speak.
I think
you can't just say. Come on,
I'm just trying to speak in it. I'm just trying to say what I think.
You can't say from Salah, Mane, and Firmino.
I think the dynamic of Liverpool has changed a hell of a lot. I think if you look at the caliber of players that they lost, right? Trent Alexander-Arnold, the passes from Trent where he could spray it 30, 40 yards over the top to each side whenever he did, getting Liverpool on the counter-attack quicker. That's a massive part of Liverpool's game gone. Darwin Núñez, I know you're going to say Darwin Núñez, but the press that Darwin Núñez did, the press on chasing the keeper down, etc., they got nobody can do that. Diego Jota, God rest his soul, another player that could press, madness. And the big one for me, Diaz, getting down that flank, causing an endless amount of trouble, crossing the ball, cutting inside, shooting, all that's gone. You've got Isak, can't press. You've got Ekitike, not that kind of player. You got Mo Salah suffering because he's not getting the ball when he can get. They used to kill us all the time with a long ball to Mo Salah, which left Mo Salah one-on-one with your fullback. That doesn't happen anymore because it just doesn't happen. And then
you're
you've got
spot
the
on, Steve. You're
midfield.
spot on, Steve. People can hate Trent and obviously the all that shit around him and everything, but he was a phenomenal playmaker.
You've lost 5 or 6 key.
Said this in the summer though. And
Ingredients.
a lot of your fans were saying that you'd replaced him.
And then
Not
I
me,
think
Not you,
what
not
now
you.
is-
I know, not you. That's why I said a lot of your fans were saying you replaced him. And we were
Liverpool for
saying
me,
you need
Liverpool
2
for me,
players to
hold on.
replace what he's given you.
There used to be Liverpool for me used to be a pass, boom. It'd be 1-2, bang, and they're over the top. Next minute, the 4-on-3, 4-on-4, you fucked. Now it's a pass, nice, pass, nice. Teams are setting up, getting time to sit in, dig in, let the Liverpool come onto them. They can defend it. But you never used to defend. All of a sudden, Trent would spray a ball 40 yards, which nobody could see, right behind your defence. You're dead. You're dead. You can't defend it. And this is what I think that they're lacking. It's the personnel problem as well. I know they've signed the players. I know they've spent the money. I know they've got the names. And on paper, it looks fantastic. But Luis Diaz, massive miss. Diego Jota, God rest his soul, massive. Even Darwin, just for that, come on, press, just chase, rat them about, get on them, get about them. You don't see Liverpool doing that anymore. You see teams comfortable against Liverpool. And that's what I think the problem is. I think he's got to sort it out.
It's because they when you watch Liverpool play, I think the games they struggled with the most in recent weeks is when teams have set up with a deep block. Yeah. When teams set up and they're very they're compact. Liverpool, this iteration of Liverpool, they're struggling. You're right, there's no Trent, but even when you look at the personnel that they have, you've got guys like McAllister who are, when they were at their best, when they were playing well for Liverpool, they could fizz the ball in between the lines, they could contribute in possession. Now in games, he's a passenger. He's a passenger in games. Gravenberch's form is even fallen off a cliff recently as well. And the front line speaks for itself. There's not enough gusto, aggressiveness when with or without the ball. When Gakpo gets the ball, it's too predictable. What's my man's name? The Italian. What's his name? Chiesa doesn't really start. And when he does start, he's not giving you the same quality as you once had. But again, I still feel like the manager, he's still got to find a way to make it work with this version of Liverpool. He has to, because the performances, okay, we can say that they've lost. So my last point, Grizz, sorry. We can say that they've lost the dynamic that they had last year, but when you're seeing Liverpool struggle to create chances against Leeds at home, against a 10-man Tottenham, like, it's not good enough. It just isn't. With the players that they got on the pitch, it's not good enough.
I agree.
I'll get into some super chats then.
Sorry, Grizz.
Oh, Grizz, you want to go?
No, it's good. I'm just saying that, the dynamism in the players that Steve's mentioned that have gone and what we replaced with them, the pace, the intensity, the athleticism, it's not a patch. Footballing philosophy is not the same. Profile is not the same.
I'd be intrigued to see the number of kilometres that this Liverpool team runs per game.
You don't.
To what
you don't. Trust me, you don't. You don't want to see it. I know it.
It's dropped so much.
I don't bring these kind of stats and this thing to our show because people don't want to know about all about, but we're not even running remotely close to the numbers, to the data. The data doesn't even, it's not even close, Steve. It's not even close.
If you used to go to Anfield and watch the game looked like it was being played in like fast forward. It was that fast. And you used to be at this. I remember saying to me, mate, have you seen how fast you see the players, the touch? You won't get a touch because everyone's press. Now I feel like Anfield, I think teams have got a chance. And like you say, when you can see teams, especially newly promoted teams, settle into a nice shape and be comfortable, it's never been heard of at Anfield. And like you say, I think he's got a personnel problem. I think he's got to step it up, the dynamic of the team. He's got to get some injection of pace in there, and he's got to get some runners in there and people to bring that intensity back. So you know that you're playing Liverpool, you're going to get fucking chased down. You're going to get harassed at the minute. Teams are comfortable on the ball there and setting out the stall, and they're getting results.
Couple super chats on Vert, starting with Sammy saying Vert is actually taking the piss, doing back heels to set the ops. Counter attack is mad. This guy needs to go on loan to Napoli already. And there's a question here from Anthony saying, Grizz, how do you feel on Verts? Just isn't happening for him at this moment. Looks so lightweight, offering nothing but sideways passes. We really need more.
I'm fine with Verts, man. I don't want to repeat myself like a broken record every week, but he's not being played. He's been much better, but yesterday was a stinker from him as well. So he's not to blame for the demise, and I expect much more. He's nowhere near good enough yet, but he's not the problem. I'm not worried about him long term.
And Caleb says, Liverpool fan, very jealous of Zubi and gutted we didn't get him during the 2024 window. Steve is right about Spanish midfielders always being techie. And hopefully you enjoyed your dinner, brother. Big up Caleb. And I think that's it on Liverpool. Yep, so let's do predictions. And I've got 12 super chats to round off the show with. So Liverpool away at Fulham, Saeed.
Boy.
This might be tricky.
I'll go 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. I was going to go the same. I'll go 2-1 Liverpool. Matisse.
You're on mute.
Mute.
I'll go 1-1.
Steve.
I'm going to say 2-1 Fulham.
2-1 Fulham. Grizz.
1-1.
And Tobs.
God. Can't say a draw. 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1. All predictions in the bag. Cool. That's out of the way. Let's get the super chats. I see a couple super chats that I'm not going to get in nonsense. You'll know if I'm talking about yours. Just bear in mind it's not that. Formerly known as whatever, says watching the City game was like Randy Marsh yelling, take the shot at his 4-year-old son. Big up. Mr. Sniper says first super chat but been locked in for time. Big up to you, man, and continue the good work. Mr. Grizzlighten, how's the second best coach thing going for you?
Last time I checked, the resume is still the same. Second best coach in the league.
Maybe next Liverpool coach. Big Ben says, I just wanted to wish you lads a happy new year. Hope you all achieve all of your goals and thank you for all the content you do for us fans. Love. Big up, Big Ben's. Pavanjit says, Darwin Núñez, Goncalo Ramos, Bastos, Jackson Martinez, Andre Silva, Fabio Silva. Not one serious centre forward has come out of that dusty league. That one, obviously, on the subject earlier. Gunasan says, Happy New Year, lads. Looking forward to the content coming in 2026. Big up and one love from New York City. Gunasan, I'm in New York from the 15th to the 20th. So I'm there for Nottingham Forest on the 17th. Let me know where we're watching it. Where's the best place to go? Microwave Palmer says, it's very rare nowadays, but who are some of the best, most memorable player managers that you guys have seen? Doesn't necessarily have to be success only. The only one I remember in my lifetime is Ruud Gullit. He won an FA Cup with Chelsea, right? So that's the that's the only one I remember. I know Dalglish and Graham Souness.
Yeah, that's who I was going to say.
Yeah, Dalglish, Liverpool, and Graham Souness, Rangers, I think. But again, that's more research than it is.
Peter Reid managed City 5th.
Oh, is it? Yeah, player manager.
Yeah,
Peter Reid.
Peter Reid was we were 5th. 2 seasons on the trot, 5th above United twice. 90 in that round, early 90s.
Man, I didn't know that. Rico said, does anyone on the panel think 89?
I think it's 89, 90. I don't have to check. And then we got Howard Kendall in, and then he left us for Everton just as we had a good side. But Peter Reid was player manager. Yeah, I remember him subbing himself on, and that was weird.
It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, when you look back now, you don't see. Yeah, that ain't happening again. I think, not in the big leagues anyway. Rico says, does anyone on the panel think Liverpool going for Palmer if Salah doesn't come back?
Oof, that would be a fantastic signing for Liverpool off the right. Fantastic.
I think it's United boy though, and he's not going there.
Oh yeah.
Sharp, Toby. Honestly,
it would actually be perfect for Liverpool.
That's nice.
Just what
Why are you triggered?
I mean, do you need to ask why? It's fucking the whole world's
it's hypothetical, so I don't know why he's so triggered.
He knows that, mate. Just Waffling says United under Amorim are like Poch under Chelsea basketball games. Give big sides a game and scrap relegation sides. Hard to trust him with more money. Home filler says, Steve, so many sensible Arsenal fans out there. We have been here 3 times and learnt that titles are won in May. If you decide to focus on the idiots in our fan base, that's on you. I don't listen to the Hamzas in your fan base.
Listen, I have a lot of good discussions with the proper Arsenal fans, but for the basis of this show and the ones that want to give me, I am the pantomime villain. You know what I mean? So if they want to throw the abuse at me, they will get the abuse back. But when the season's done and we want proper football conversation, the people know we can have that conversation. But I'm enjoying myself, man. I'm enjoying myself. I like it. I like to stoke up the fires. It's good.
Ride the waves. NC says, Happy New Year to all. Steve, please enjoy getting a sunburnt belly in Dubai. I'm looking forward to May when you're either vindicated or you're congratulating us. Just here to enjoy the ride. Best wishes to all of the mob. Love for the love. Come on. Steve's got a couple more shows, but actually one more show before he goes away. If Arsenal win the league, the Turkish and Robbie shake hands. Will be all of this stuff. I mean, if Arsenal win the league, will Turkish shave his beard and do this? These things are not linked to Arsenal winning the league. If Arsenal win the league, I'm going mad. I'm not shaving my beards or shaking hands. Microwave Palmer says that Liverpool front six doesn't really work hard off the ball for any team in the Prem. That's easy cash money. Intensity went from gegenpressing to ultra low. And on that note, that is the last one. Steve, SAEED, GRIZZ, Matisse, Tobes, wherever he is. Man. Big show. Actually, buzzer beater, Mr. BP. Yeah. Back to Matisse's point earlier, didn't Abramovich fall out with every manager? So wouldn't that make him a problem?
He did, but they won trophies, man.
They fucking won trophies, so no one gave a fuck. It's not difficult, is it? Jesus, fuck off, man. I'm done. Done.
Mr. BP.
Oh, what happened to not biting?
Brilliant.
In it.
It's been a tough week for the lad. It's been a tough week for the lad. I took a lot of deflection off him today. I took a lot of deflection off him today. I did my duty, man.
Come back on camera. Have some respect for your viewers.
There's more to come. You turned the camera off. He's gone. He's gone. He left. Cool. On that note, people,
designed a shelf manager, guys. Bomber.
Yeah, actually, it might be launching that. Fabrizio, what are you saying? Here we go.
There we go.
Ready. Listen, show some love. Individual channels, description below. We are back Monday night as usual, so make sure you're there. The big six in the house, full six. Love for the love. Mob Sunday, make sure you're there. Mob Thursday, make sure you're there. And next Friday we're live again. So subscribe, notification bell on. You'll know exactly when it is. Love for the love, people. See you soon. Peace. We're out.
Peace.